Comes into this home game with Vincennes, and Vincennes is ranked number 4 in the nation, 22-2. The Johnny Logan Volunteers, unranked. They are 12-12, 8-4 in the conference. This is a division game, not a conference game. I'm Mike Murphy. Dave McKenzie is my partner for this ride, and a year ago, this was kind of the opposite, Dave, with the Logan, the ranked team.
My, how times have changed in the last year. But, this is a big-time ball game for not just Vincennes, as they're, like you said, number 4 in the country. Only have 2 losses on the game, on the season. But, man, what a great opportunity here for the Volunteers to kind of show the improvements they've made since the beginning of the year and since the first time these two teams played.
Yeah, and they played pretty well at Vincennes. When they met them back on January the 13th, Logan lost 87-80. We just saw the Johnny Logan women's basketball team almost pull off a tremendous upset over Vincennes. And I sitting next to Matt Varney, I was urging and pushing as hard as I could for Charlie Jones to get that victory because they really played their hearts out, the women did.
And it was a game of runs. Each team had big leads. The Lady Vols had an 11-point lead there in the first quarter. I think Vincennes had a 13-point lead in the second half, but it winds up being a close ball game there at the end.
Vincennes comes in here averaging 82.5 points per game, giving up 63.6. Logan averaging 74 points per game and giving up 72. So Logan 12-12, a team that you might say rebuilding, a team in transition, and they've had the game at Vincennes on the 13th. I checked that out, and Logan had 4 guys in double figures.
It was an outstanding ball game, and the Vols were led by the 20 points from Julian Norris that afternoon. And like you said, there was 3 players in double digits. You had Alfred Worrell with 10. You had 11 from Caden Hawkins, and the big guy, Elliott Lowndes, finished with 13. And it was a good ball game. It wound up being a 7-point win for Coach Todd Franklin.
Well, the Vincennes club have lost to Logan. Well, what was the record? It was like 6 or 7 times in a row, 9 times in a row before they beat them January 13th. And that had kind of ended the Logan dominance over Vincennes. These 2 programs in the Region 24 division are 2 of the best. And everybody keeps saying, what's wrong with Logan? Well, one thing is when teams play Logan, it's their Super Bowl because Logan, remember on that run after the 2-2 start, they ran off 31 in a row, and they beat everybody twice, and including some teams 3 times, like Vincennes. They beat them at the Region 24 tournament in Rend Lake.
And you may think that people aren't talking about that national championship for the Vols last year. I was looking at the news story from the last win for Vincennes, and at the bottom of the story, when they say where the next game is, they said right there in black and white, it said we are heading to the defending national champions place on Saturday to take on the Volunteers.
Right. And it is a very important thing for Vincennes because they have been, they were out there last year as an at-large team. I'll tell you how important it is to me. I thought, well, let's break out the hardware today. Here's the, I don't know if we can see that. Here, there we go. Here you go. The national championship ring. And that kind of sparkles, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I made certain when Greg Serick was walking by a while ago, I rubbed my face as Todd Franklin was walking behind me, and then he hasn't looked at me since then. So, but they are very. Vincennes is very, very motivated to get back to where they thought they were. Their program had dipped a little bit in the last few years, and I know that they expect, they're like the Yankees or the Cardinals. They expect every year to be at the Nationals. They expect to have a good chance to win at the Nationals. This team is supposed to be loaded. Logan is still struggling a little bit. They're 12-12, but what a time to be playing your best ball and get a upset win like this today at home.
I think Tyler Smith-Peters and this Vols team are still trying to find their identity. It's just not it's taken a while for it to come around. They're playing much, much better than they did the first half of the season, but this team is yet really to set its identity on what it is. Are they going to be a high-scoring team? Are they going to be a defensive team? Last year's national championship team was a really good combination of both those things. And this Vols team still trying to figure out who exactly they are.
And they've got some nagging injuries that are still bothering some people. Cameron Moore was out for a while in concussion protocol. They've got one player battling a strained groin that we might not see much of today. One battling an ankle injury, so not everybody is fully 100% with the Johnny Logan Volunteers. Ren Lake, they are ready for business, and they have been waiting for this part of the season since last year. They've got some newcomers. They've got some people coming back that we recognize from that lineup, especially Bonsu, and they'll be a handful here today. Coming up next, we've got an interview with the head coach of the Logan Volunteers, Tyler Smith-Peters. Matt Varney conducted that yesterday. We'll take a 30-second break, and then we'll hear from the Logan coach when we come back.
Chris has it in Carbondale at Chris Offenberg Buick GMC. Chris has more savings and Chris has more selection, like a new Buick Envision for only $199 a month, and a new 2024 GMC Terrain is only $199 a month. Or upgrade and think not just any truck, the truck, the GMC Sierra. Chris has it for only $39,999, or choose 0.9% and no payments for 90 days at Chris Offenberg Buick GMC in Carbondale.
Advantage Offenberg.
Talking with Coach Tyler Smith-Peters before a big game against Vincennes today. Things back and forth last Saturday, Coach, in the first half, but your team's defense really shone through in the second half. You limit them to just 31% from the field, and they don't make a single three the entire game. How pleased were you with that defense, especially in the second half?
Yeah, we did a much better job in the second half of rebounding. I think it's the biggest one. I think that's the offensive rebounds, or how many we gave up in the first half, was the reason why they were still in the game. So, but on the plus side, we came back out in the second half and fixed it. Yeah. So, and that was big. But no, just proud of our guys and the effort, and to keep playing, even though when we didn't get off to a great start, just with the offensive rebounds and that, we stuck with it and found a way to get it done in the second.
You've got 5 games left in the season. The next 2 in that stretch, obviously the biggest ones, Vincennes and then Olney next Wednesday. In terms of conference, region standing, and also just the team's morale, how big would a 6-0 run to finish the season be for this team?
Oh, it'd be huge. I mean, just to have that going into the region tournament. And it's not like we can't do it. Mm-hmm. Every team that our last 5 games, we've had a chance to win in the last 4 minutes. So I think that's the big thing. And it'll be tough. We got to be a tougher team. And it was just nice this week to have Wednesday off. We haven't try to get some guys back healthy and back to where they can help us. And so we're still working on that. But it's good. The year goes by fast. Now we're going from our first game where we have 30 games left. Now we're down to 5, and we got to be able to make most of every opportunity that we're given.
When you were at Vincennes, the first half was pretty tough, but the second half you guys came out and played a lot better. You had 47 points in that second half. What happened at halftime for the change to happen? Obviously, you still ended up losing by 7, but there was a change. What happened at that halftime?
I think the biggest thing was just the physicality. Her freshmen weren't used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to go in at halftime and kind of adjust some things and help them out, and the way that we moved the ball in the second half against Vincennes was much better, because with a team like Vincennes, if you can't do it one-on-one, because those guys are really good, and they're always going to be where they need to. But I think the biggest thing is we got stops. We rebounded. We didn't allow them to get as many offensive rebounds. And when we did get stops, we pushed in transition and just found the right read. And I think we got plenty of layups in the second half. But now we just got to be able to do that for 40 minutes, not just in the second half.
LeBron Thomas had 16 of his 27 points at the line. He was 16 for 16 that game. That's crazy. But just how easy is it for him to get to the line?
They shot 20 more free throws than us, too, in that game. But as we tell our guys, we just got to be disciplined. We got to build a wall we can't reach. And we can't gamble, because when we gamble or reach, or we're not disciplined enough to stay in front, then we give them open lanes to where we have other guys trying to help, and that's where the fouls are coming from them. So I think that's the biggest thing. But like I said, I think just matching their physicality, and especially with LeBron, as he's not going to miss very many free throws, as we saw from the first time we played him. But that's the biggest thing. And when we play a team like Vincennes, it's just to match the physicality and be able to rebound, because they're, in my opinion, their best offense is their second chance points.
Well, and with them now being a top 5 team with this week's rankings, they're number 4 in the nation. Now I have to feel like they are probably feeling the tides have finally shifted back in their direction. They're looking to get the sweep on you guys today. Things went very well for them in that first meeting, obviously, and like I mentioned, they're a top 5 team in the rankings again. So they have to feel like, hey, things are finally going our way again, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, shoot, they're a really good team. So it's not too many opportunities that we get a team that's 4th in the country to play them on our own court. So we got to take advantage of the opportunity, and we can't take it for granted. So I think that's the big thing, and just keep getting better. So as you said, we have 5 games left, and we want to go 5-0, but it's going to be a tough road, but we can do it. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing. Is we just got to make our guys believe that as well, because the coaches do, and we just got to outwork every team that we play.
Well, and the last thing I'll leave you with here is, and I know you don't care about the rankings and stuff like that, but on a national scale, if you were to beat number 4 on your home court after the year that you've had and kind of been ignored by the media, even though you're the defending champs, I have to imagine that would once again put you in the spotlight and have people saying, even come into Selection Sunday, well, don't forget about John A. Logan.
Yeah, it'd be tough just because there's only, 6 or 8 at-large bids?
Yeah.
So it would be tough for us to get one of those. But like I said, we're going to play good teams in the region tournament and all that. And that's, as we always say, if we're going to write our future, it's going to be they're not going to just handpick us from a at-large. It's got to be us winning it so that we have an automatic bid. So that's our goal.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Matt.
Team gets to take on Vincennes, the 4th-ranked team in the country, and get a big smile out of Coach Smith-Peters. Yeah, that's the national championship ring, fellas. That's it. And
that gets everybody's
attention. That sparkle, doesn't it?
That might be a 2-point fist bump right there.
That could be. Yeah, some of those guys are coming back for seconds. Coach Kate back for seconds. But Tim Ritchie not able to be with us today. Let's give a shout out to our old buddy Tim. He's probably listening. He was in Florida yesterday. I'm sure he's wishing he was back there with the weather that we have here. But Tim was the weather conditions in St. Louis last night a little bit iffy, and so we took a little bit of caution and made sure that we had plenty of bodies to fill in today. And the women's game was a thriller. John A. Logan almost pulled off the upset. Now let's see if we can get a thriller for the men's game as we get ready to go here for John A. Logan and number 4 ranked Vincennes. How do you see this going?
3 players out for Coach Tyler Smith-Peters and Jace Breath, Isaac James, and Cameron Boone. That's 12 points a ball game that aren't going to be available here this afternoon. Yep. So who's going to step up? That's the question. Who will it be here for the Volunteers today?
Well, and as long as we have Julian Norris, I feel pretty good, because Norris was the guy that burned these guys for 20 the last time. And also Jordan Logan had a pretty good game, if I remember. So we'll see what happens, but they're going to have to get some help.
Well, I look for R.J. Walker could be one of those guys that steps up today.
Yeah.
Where he's averaging about 9 points a ball game. In that game, he had 10 on the road at Vincennes. But we'll see who it is that's going to step up for the Volunteers.
The starters for Vincennes being introduced: Ryan Oliver, Michael Osei Bonsu, who was on the team last year, Carriac Dixon, and Ken King, averaging 8.1, and LeBron Thomas. He got 27 against Logan the last time, and coach was right about missing free throws. He shoots about 80% from the line. So that will be the starters for Vincennes. They mix up their lineup a little bit from their last game. They've won 5 in a row, Dave. They beat Lincoln Land 66-58 on the 10th. They beat Shawnee at home on the 7th, only 67-62. That's Shawnee for you. Boy, they'll battle you. They beat at Kaskaskia 72-52, beat Wabash Valley 80-62. So they're on a 5-game winning streak. Here's the starters for Logan. Elliott Lowndes will be in the middle, the big 7-footer from Cobden. Julian Norris from Indiana comes in with a 12.2 scoring average. Rajon Bardo, 6'2 sophomore from Marion, starting again, and Caden Hawkins. So the two starting guards are from Southern Illinois. Rajon Bardo, Caden Hawkins, and you talk about the local players and how they make an impact. You've got three of them in the starting lineup here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the second game in a row that Rajon has picked up the start. He did start on the road at Lincoln Trail last Saturday. And do you like it? Because he comes in and kind of provides that spark for the Vols. That's his whole role with the team.
He's not a big scorer, but he can score.
Yep.
And he's a defense distributor. And I think with some of the injuries, that's probably why Tyler is going with that. Logan is 12-12. They shoot 44% from the field, 33% from the three-point range. Vincennes 45, almost 46% from the field, 33.8 from three. Free throw percentage, Logan shoots better from the line, 71.7 to 68.1. Logan is 6-5 at home. Vincennes is 6-2 on the road, and here we go. A tip won easily by Vincennes. And Bonzu turns and hands it off to LeBron Thomas. He'll handle the ball most of the time. He's one of their top scorers. He throws it down inside, and going inside, down low was Bonzu, and there was a block and a foul.
Maybe on Lowndes. Nope, they're going to get it on Bardo.
Bardo was down there to help, Rajon Bardo. And the PA having a little bit of trouble with the microphone as it was feeding back on him pretty badly during the first game. Bonzu at the free throw line. Free throw is good.
Bonzu averages 11 points a ball game, but he shoots less than 50% from the stripe, but he hits the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He sure looked good. He was like a 70%er on that first free throw. Here's the second one, and it is no good. But Vincent gets the rebound. That's Kent King, and they get another offensive possession. 1-0, Vincennes has the lead. A lot of people in here today want to see Vincennes. See if Logan can knock him off. We have a big crowd on hand right now. Driving inside and throwing it back outside to Oliver. To go down in the corner, and a long shot up at the buzzer. No, and the rebound pulled down by Jordan Logan of the Volunteers. They can take the lead with a basket. Rajon Bardo with the timeline. Bardo down the right side. Hands off to Hawkins. Whips it over to Logan. Logan at the top to Elliott down. Lowndes down in the corner to Bardo. Bardo curls around, still on the right wing. Wanted to throw it on the top, now finds Julian Norris. Norris outside dribbling, shot clock down to 7. He goes around a pick, and Norris is going to take it to the rack, and it's blocked off the backboard by Vincennes, and they come the other way racing. It's Oliver. Oliver flips it out on the top to Thomas. Thomas backs up. Thomas starts again. Bonzu's setting that massive wall of a screen at the top that Caden Hawkins fights over, and LeBron Thomas flips the ball, almost taken away, but Oliver has it. Oliver's going to go left side, pull up, free throw line elbow. Left side, no. Ball bounces out long to the right side of the lane to Caden Hawkins. Hawkins comes up over the timeline. Hawkins calling the play, goes around a Lowndes pick. Caden, right elbow, throws the ball off to Jordan Logan. He goes inside, back outside, goes to Norris. No field goals in this game yet, and we've played almost 2 minutes. Bardo dribbling across the top, 10 seconds. He goes around a pick. He's going to go inside. Bardo looking to pass. Gives it to Jordan Logan. Leaves for Norris for a bomb. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Vincennes. Logan working the shot clock, but it's good defense by Vincennes. They're not getting good shots off at the end of that shot clock. There's a drive inside and a flip up and in by LeBron Thomas, and he's good. I don't have to watch him very long. He's good.
Nope, he is outstanding. He comes into the game averaging about 16 and a half points a ball game.
3-zip. As the Volunteers trail here early. Norris, who's already misfired twice, throws the ball out on top to Rajon Bardo. Bardo flips the ball off to Hawkins. Hawkins is being sandwiched. He goes inside, throws it away down in the corner. And here comes Thomas again, and the ball knocked loose. Hawkins almost got it. They go down in the corner to Kent King, back up on the top to LeBron Thomas. Thomas, who has the only field goal in this game, dribbles over on the left side. Shot clock at 15. On the top, they swing it to Oliver. Oliver down low, and a jump hook banking in off the glass is Dixon. And a timeout called by the Volunteers. They've fallen behind 5-0 in the first 3 minutes here, as it is a quick start for Vincennes. Dave McKenzie and I will be back to Logan in 30 seconds.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
Mike Murphy, Dave McKenzie back here courtside. John A. Logan, as the Volunteers have fallen behind 5-0 out of the gate to the 4th-ranked team in the country, Vincennes, and you need to get something here, Dave, or it could be a long afternoon.
Well, Tyler Smith-Peters talking about defense on that timeout, but the Vols need a bucket here in a bad way.
And they've got R.J. Walker in. He's got the ball in the right corner, dribbling in and out of the bigger Vincennes players. They go to Jordan Logan. He's going to go inside, hook it back outside. Norris is going to be open, not take it. Top of the key, Jordan Logan will for three. Go ahead.
That's exactly what the Volunteers needed. Got the screen, gets the tray, pulls the Vols to within 2.
16:40 to go in the first half. LeBron Thomas handling out front, pushing off R.J. Walker out of the way. They go on the right side to Kent King. Down inside to Bonzu. Bonzu's going to try to muscle it up on the 7-footer and hooks it up and in.
Man, he's got all the moves, doesn't he? He hits that little left sky hook there for the Trailblazers.
Top of the key. Jordan Logan has it, goes right side of the lane down in the corner, and firing is R.J. Walker. Rims it in and out of the cup, and the rebound comes down to Oliver. He's racing up the floor. Throws it back outside to King. Down low to Bonzu. He's just going to put his shoulder down, flip it up and in, and knock Elliott Lowndes up over his back and down.
Elliott hit the floor hard as he got on the back and may have hit his chin and needs a timeout.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly what happened. Bonzu lowered his shoulder, bowled his way on the baseline, and then got him up in the air, and then went up with the shot and flipped him upside down and landed right on his chin or mouth, and he is coming out of the game. Alfred Worrell coming in, and now Logan is really small.
Alfred Worrell's missed a couple of games for the Volunteers, dealing with some hand issues, but he's back on the floor now.
I hope those hand issues are behind him because we need about 30 from Worrell.
He's capable of it.
9-3, Vincennes out to the early lead here, and Logan's bigs are mostly on the bench and injured. The Logan's with a smaller lineup right now. Walker on the top. Nobody's moving around. I think that's what they're mad about. The Logan bench is trying to get people moving on the baseline. Walker's still dribbling. 10-9. Walker's going to go inside, have the ball stripped. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Logan's ball or a foul.
The foul on Kent King on the reach-in.
So Logan will inbound out of bounds. Logan has Worrell right back out of the lineup. And he apparently didn't know the play they were trying to get them to run from the bench. They're talking to him. They put Cade Hawkins back in there, and Walker inbounds it to Norris. Norris going to go baseline, can't get anything. He's being shadowed down there by Kent King, who's a very good defensive player, another guy from last year. Hawkins goes baseline, he gets bumped. They go outside to Jordan Logan. Logan with 7 on the shot clock, throws it off to Norris, and Norris is going to have to unload in a hurry. He's forced. He forces it up and short right at the buzzer, but it is grabbed by Walker. He's surrounded by Trailblazers, pops it out to Jordan Logan. Logan loses the ball out of bounds. Whose ball is it? Logan's.
What a good job by R.J. Walker. He had 4 Trailblazers around him. He was the lone ball on the floor, and still, it's Volunteers basketball, baseline left.
Yeah, and the Trailblazers lineup is big and hefty anyway. Not as much in size. Oh, look at Caden Hawkins wide open underneath. And coming out off the baseline, inbounds pass is Julian Norris. I thought he was behind the backboard on that right baseline when he cut that loose.
He was. Averages 12 points a ball game. Big bucket for the Vols.
9-5. Vincennes has the lead. Dribbling out front, LeBron Thomas. They go inside Bonzu. Bonzu's going to turn and drop it in. Nobody's a match down there for Bonzu. He's got 7.
He's just got all the moves and the size to back it up.
Yeah, he's a tank. Driving in, they lob it inside, nope, and back outside, and Julian Norris on open 3. And
gotta hit those when they present themselves, and Julian Norris has done that twice now.
It's 11-8. Logan gets a break there as Norris was left alone out on the wing. LeBron Thomas with a crossover dribble, top of the key, looks, lobs inside. That's Oliver, and he's going to turn, score. Nope, they're going to call him for an offensive foul. That's Dixon. Dixon turned, dropped his shoulder, and that's usually an offensive foul, and that's what they call.
He cleared out with the arm
Yep.
and picks up the offensive foul. The turnover gives it back to the Volunteers.
Chris King coming in for the Vincennes Trailblazers. They lead 11-8.
Nice little run here by the Vols.
14 minutes to go in the first half, and Norris has it outside around a pick. Norris has his pass tipped. He gets it back. Shot clock down to 17. Now they're going to have to hurry a little bit. Norris standing out in the logo at the center of the court. He's going to stutter dribble, going to drive inside, stepping around, flip it up and in. Unbelievable shot.
How do you get that to fall? But a nice drive down the left side by Julian Norris, a reverse layup as he was falling away.
He had his back to the basket when he let it go.
Pulls the Vols to within one.
At least he saw it go in.
Yep.
11-10. Volunteers close the gap. Over the timeline with the basketball is Thomas. And Thomas is going to try to push the smaller guard Walker down in the lane. He does. Spins, scores. Nope, missed it. But a foul is going to be called on Walker.
Yeah, and RJ, man, he was battling with Thomas on that one. That's going to be the battle all day, I think.
We've got a official timeout. 11-10 is the score. Vincennes still leads. Dave McKenzie and I'll be back in 1 minute.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Chris had.
Back here after a 90-second break, and Caden Hawkins hits his first shot of the afternoon after a drive and basket by LeBron Thomas. It's 13-12, so we really didn't miss much. Each team trades twos. LeBron Thomas throws it down inside, turning it hard, leaning in, putting it up, wild no, and running it down in the corner for Logan is Fairman, Jalen Fairman. Fairman has it now, top of the key, driving inside, kick it in the corner. There's Walker for a three-ball good.
Big bucket from Walker from the corner that time. Hey, the Vols have their first lead of the ball game at the 12:33 mark.
Yeah, and Logan now with a little more confidence after that timeout. They have regained the lead. They've settled down a little bit, but Vincennes very determined. You can see it in their face as there's a foul called.
I tell you what, Chris King and Julian Norris are just absolutely fighting down on the block, and there was a big cross-check thrown by that was Chris King, and the foul's called right there.
I think they called it on Norris, and Tyler was out there arguing something with the official. I think about how close the two guys were with the ball, but he said he wasn't on the ball, so I wasn't going to count five.
Yeah.
It is 15-13, our score. Logan has the lead, their first and only lead of the game, inside and spinning. Oliver, jump hook, good.
No. Nice drop step by Dixon with the bucket on Elliott Lowndes.
And Elliott back in the game, that's good to see. Boy, these guys from Vincennes are just so physical. Hawkins again outside, long shot, no, but rebounded by Norris. He gets bushwhacked. Hawkins grabs a loose ball in the corner to Fairman. He misses a three, and it's just rebounded by Vincennes. And coming the other way, Vincennes has the ball.
I think that shot from Fairman from the corner was partially blocked.
Jared Thomas out front with it. Throws the ball to Oliver. Oliver bounce pass, and Caden Hawkins reaches in, knocks it out of bounds. Boy, Tied at 15, this Vincennes team, they don't mess around.
Can you tell the intensity's gone up in about the last 30 seconds on the floor?
I can. Demarion Yates coming in, averaging 6.5. This team is deep and talented. This is a team that is built, according to their coach Todd Franklin, to make a run at the championship. Inside, and a nice feed off down low, and it went to Dixon. Dixon had the ball up around his neck, and Elliott Lowndes just bear hugged both him and the ball.
Kind of the half Nelson there by Elliott Lowndes.
I thought I was at the state wrestling tournament, and they're going to give the ball back to Logan. Yeah, going to give it back to Logan on the tie-up. Alternating possession. Still tied at 15. 11:21 to go. Fairman throws it to Walker, and he dribbles it off his foot, goes back and gets it, but two Vincennes Trailblazers dive on it, and driving to the lane and spinning inside with a fantastic move was Thomas, and he's got 6. Man, Thomas can whirl.
Can't turn the ball over in the offensive zone like that.
Not with that guy. Fairman has it on the top. Vincennes by 2. Driving inside. Fairman stops. Goes behind a pick by Lowndes and drills a 2.
Jalen Fairman just off inside the top of the key. Buries that one. Ties it at 17.
Good game so far. Big crowd watching here on a Saturday afternoon in February. 10:37 to go first half. LeBron Thomas on the left side. Cross court. With it is Jared Thomas. He's inside, and they're calling Jared Thomas with using a forearm to bump and push off Caden Hawkins.
Great defense by Hawkins, man. He did not let him get by him and had a forearm in the throat, but held his position and picks up the forces the foul.
That's the third team foul on the visitors from Indiana. Logan and Vincennes tied at 17. Great ball game so far. Out on the top, Walker, he gets pushed, bumped, still hanging on to the ball. Now he gets up at his team, goes to Fairman. Fairman driving in behind 2, tries to throw it off to Lowndes. Lowndes gets it, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Boy, Lowndes was almost directly under the basket.
He was directly under the basket, and a lucky bounce as the ball wound up right with Elliott, and he was able to get the bucket, gets the foul, and a chance at the three-point play and give the Vols the 3-point lead.
Foul was on Dixon, that's his second. Puts Logan up 2.
Elliott shooting about 75% from the stripe.
Yeah, good shooter for a big man. Got a nice soft touch.
He's not a Shaq shooter, we'll put it that way.
Played very well for the national champions down the stretch last year. Put the free throw up and good. Still remember the relationship that developed between Lowndes and KJ Debrick. Is that we're like brothers. You know, I got to shoot over him, and I make him meaner because I'm pushing him all the time.
Yep.
Miss KJ a lot. Miss all those guys.
I do too.
Boy, they were great guys.
It was a fun year.
20-17. Logan has a 3-point lead over the number 4 ranked team in the country. LeBron Thomas is going to go inside, put it up. No, Lowndes gets the ball off to Walker. Walker racing up the floor in the corner. Hawkins has it on the left wing in the middle to Lowndes. Lowndes off to Hawkins, hooks it down the corner. Worrell steps back and shoots a 3. Nope. Rebound knocked around, and it comes to Vincennes. Up over the timeline with it is Thomas. Thomas, who's built like a small Sherman tank, handling the ball outside. Man, these guys are thick, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Spinning away from Fairman, down the lane. Lowndes shadowing in case he gets a chance for a block. Does, but they dish it off, and a shot and good, and that's our old buddy Michael Osei-Bonsu, and he has 9. Man, he has killed Logan inside. 20-19 is the score. And Logan has a 1-point lead. Worrell at the top. Worrell driving inside. Put it up and in.
What a nice drive from Al Worrell as he got the opening, the ball fake, the head fake, and he takes the left side of the lane and converts.
So Worrell scores for the Volunteers. That was a big basket. Keeps their lead at 3, and there's a foul. As I think that's on Walker. Move around. Yep, it's going to be
Walker
on a shove. you prepare for these games, and I just looked down. I don't have Alfred Worrell on the score sheet. How did I miss that? Logan's leading scorer.
He's number 4, averages 16 a game.
Yeah, I know that now. I just have a blank on my score pad.
Actually, 13 a game.
Yeah. Inside with the basketball is Chris King. Back outside. They go off to Oliver. Oliver down inside to Thomas. Spinning. Muscling. Put it up on the glass. No. Rebound knocked loose, and Caden Hawkins has it.
That was the defense from Julian Norris that time.
22-19 Logan, and Hawkins passed to Worrell in the corner. Interrupted by the long hands of Ryan Oliver. Knocked it out of bounds. Logan inbounding, side court right. Well, the fans are just sitting here enjoying the heck out of this game because these are two teams that,
it's a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, Vincennes ranked 4th in the country, and you're right, the intensity between these two is just something. You can feel it. Hawkins throws it out on the top to Norris. Norris to Worrell, back to Norris. Norris going to penetrate and drive inside and got the ball stripped. No whistle. Here comes Thomas. Thomas going down low, and it throws back outside. Grabbing it is LeBron Thomas. LeBron Thomas going to go up and shoot it and miss it. Rebound. Worrell tipped it on Lowndes, and Logan still has a 22-19 lead.
Great defense again by Alfred Worrell on that possession there. Gives the ball back to the Volunteers.
Rajon Bardot up at the top. Bardot dribbling the basketball. Shot clock down to 15. Throws it to Norris on the left side. Norris starts to dribble, stops, and pulls up and fires. Norris good.
He knew it was good as soon as it left his hand. Falls and pushed the lead out to a 5-point lead.
24-19. Logan over the 4th-ranked team in the country, Vincennes. 7:25 to go, first half. Logan playing exceptional defense on this stretch. Outside with the basketball. Dribbling. Inside, and a blocked shot. Kent King was the guy trying to score it. What'd they call?
Offensive. It's going to be on Kent King underneath the screen, I believe.
He was the guy that was pushing his way in there. And Logan gets the ball back, and Todd Franklin, the coach of Vincennes, is not a happy guy in Carterville at the moment.
I tell you what, I really just was looking at the physicality of this Vincennes team. They have been in the weight room. Those guys are all studs.
And now look at Todd Franklin following him all the way to the corner and then going down the baseline.
He's going to the other side.
Follow him out in the lobby to get some popcorn in a minute.
Have a beverage.
Now he's going to get the other official. Driving inside is Norris. Pump fake, stops. Give to Worrell on the top. Worrell can't get an open shot. Man, this Vincennes team playing some defense too. Franklin is still barking. On the left side, it is Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling. Shot clock at 5. Caden's going to have to fire. He threw it into the bleachers.
Disappointing possession there as Worrell was parked in the corner.
Yep.
Colton took it to the elbow, looked to throw to Worrell. Caden.
You're used to that other guy.
I am. But Worrell had already vacated the corner, drove the baseline, and the turnover gives it back to Vincennes.
Just don't have their dad playing out here. It is 6:45 and a timeout call. Todd Franklin is nose to nose with the official. He's not in the Vincennes huddle. He is dressing down the official who is standing there and taking it. And I mean, Todd Franklin is preaching in the church, isn't he? I mean, he is. And the official turns around and almost relieved walks away and says, man, did I just get verbally undressed? I feel naked.
Are all my clothes? Do I still have my socks on?
He goes over to one of the other officials and he said, hey. And the other guy's kind of hiding his face behind the basketball, kind of chuckling. He said, yeah, he can get mad at you. Don't go over there. Buy him.
It's kind of funny.
Guy's way down here at the other end.
Talk about the conversations officials have. One of the funny things was from the Super Bowl was as soon as the coin flip was done and the head official at the Super Bowl turned to the side judge and said, don't give Mahomes the ball back. And you wonder what that conversation right there was. Did you hear the stuff he was saying to me?
Yeah, he was, and the thing was, that was the same official he followed all the way down in front of his bench. And then when the official went over to the baseline under the basket, then Franklin turned the corner, never went on the floor, turned the corner and started following him there about 4 steps down.
Yep.
I'll tell you, guy's got gumption. He's going back over and barking something to Franklin now. They're having a very, very long
there's a lot of similarities between Todd Franklin and Daryl Murphy. Daryl,
all right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Daryl, he can write an official.
Shane Hawkins is right
Shane
up there,
can do the same thing, exactly.
I saw Shane do some movements the other night with crouched on one knee, and I didn't know how he was getting his other leg that high. Now Vincennes going right back at shoving and pushing, bumping, trying to get down inside. with the basketball. Kent King hands the ball off on the left side. Now dribbling the basketball, Chris King, and he goes inside, and a whistle and a foul. And they're going to call
Caden.
No, they're going to call that on Caden Hawkins, and the official telling Tyler Smith-Peters, calm down, calm down. That's the same guy that just got verbally abused by Franklin, and now Tyler's walking down, and that guy's saying, hey, calm down. That doesn't mean I'm not his buddy. I'm still your buddy. And Tyler says, I'm not as old as Franklin, but I can bark. There's a hook by Bonsu. No, 3 Logan guys go up for it, don't get it, but Jordan Logan comes down with it finally for Logan.
Rare
Logan
miss by Bonsu.
24-19, and it is Norris curling around, top of the key, stops. Norris wanted to go back door to Worrell, couldn't. Out front to Rajon Bardot. 18 on the shot clock, 6:12 to go on the game clock. First half coming to a close. 24-19, Logan has the lead over number 4, Vincennes. Rajon Bardot over a pick, and Vincennes jump switching over those very, very well. 5 on the shot clock. You don't want Rajon Bardot to have to force it up. It's going to be Worrell, and a long bomb, no. And the rebound pulled down by Vincennes. Here comes Kent King. Goes down to the baseline. Fumbled for a moment, but grabbing the ball back is going to be Oliver. Oliver's down underneath and turn. Throw it up, and no. And a foul on Bardot.
Yep.
And that's their game plan, isn't it? Just back him in, back him in, back him in, bruise him, bump him, and then get a shot up.
It seems exactly what the game plan is. Make Vols be physical. They're going to have to defend hard. They're not only going to can't just defend with the hands. You're going to have to defend with the body. Yeah. You're going to have to get in and battle for the boards. And we're going to go to the paint. You got to stop us.
And you know how they always say wall up. That's what they wall up with your body. Don't reach. But Logan is going to have bruises all over their sternums after this game's over. Free throw by Ryan Oliver's good.
He shoots 80% from the line.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you know that?
Let's try to say that it's only 80% and he could do better.
He misses 20% of the time.
20% of the time.
Man.
Yeah, and this could be one of those times. He doesn't look very steady to me up there at the line.
He misses 1 in 5.
Yeah.
Right here.
He's an excellent free throw shooter, though. This won't matter at all to him. It is up and good. Well, we tried both ways, so we'll just keep our yaps shut. 24-21 is the score. Logan has the lead. Caden Hawkins behind the back dribble, kicks it out to Worrell, wide open for a 3. It's air ball on the right side of the rim.
In stride 3, just exactly what he's waiting for.
And he's flexing that hand as he goes up the floor. And, you know, the last few weeks, he's been driving a lot more than shooting outside. And I just have to think that's what it was. What are they doing here? Now, stop play.
Is it a clock issue?
I don't think so. They had some moisture out on the floor. The officials are looking up at the scoreboard.
We had moisture on the floor in the first game by the bench.
You had a river on
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
They spilled a whole thing of water. Now the officials are going to confer, and let's see what they're going to talk about.
They're going to add 3 seconds.
Okay. You picked all that up from where you were? Wow. You're farther away than I am.
New contacts.
Are you a lip reader?
New contacts.
I don't have any.
They're
glasses.
special lip reading contacts.
Yeah, I gave myself LASIK. Over the timeline with a basketball for Vincennes and LeBron Thomas. Thomas is going to flip the ball, high post to Bonsu. Thomas goes underneath it, he's open. The Bonsu says, let me, and he goes in, muscles it up and scores.
He just was able to overpower Worrell on that drive and the easy layup for Bonsu.
Yeah, you know who could stop Bonsu? Kurt Lewis. Only problem is he's in Columbia, Missouri. There's Norris pulling up and firing in another.
Big time shot for Julian Norris. Gives the Vols the 3-point lead again.
26-23 Logan. 4:50 to go in the first half. Curling around, and there's a jump shot put up and banked in by LeBron Thomas. Didn't look pretty. Didn't look pretty, but I guess the bank's open. I thought they closed at noon around here.
I did too.
Norris with it, spins into the lane, got it slapped, turns, shoots it up, rolls. No good off the left side. Rebound comes down, Vincennes. They throw it, and hustling back, Jalen Fairman gets up in the air and tips it away. It'll be Vincennes' ball out of bounds.
Good defense there by Jalen Fairman. He was like a defensive back, just slapping that ball out of bounds, and keeps it with Vincennes, but...
Coming up at halftime, we'll have an interview Dave did Tuesday night on Talking About Sports with the golf coach at Logan, Mike Mooneyham. You want to stay tuned for that. That was a good interview, Dave.
Thanks, buddy.
With the basketball on the top, it is LeBron Thomas. Thomas being muscled and pushed out by Worrell out of the shooting zone. They go on the right side to Chris King. Lob inside. Bonsu got behind Lowndes and scored.
That's a beautiful feed from Chris King, and Bonsu set it up perfect and converts.
And Vincennes now has a 1-point lead. 4 minutes to go first half. Vincennes has inched back in front of Logan. Top of the key, Lowndes a 7-footer. Lowndes is going to dribble. Turn. Hand off to Norris. He's going to shoot from there. No, in and out. Man, that rattled around and popped out on Julian. 27-26 Vincennes all the way. Thomas missed it, and grabbing the rebound was Bonsu, but then he lost it, and Hawkins has it. Caden at the top of the key, in the lane, to Lowndes for the dunk, and he got hit in midair and separated from the ball. That'll be a foul on Vincennes.
Absolutely. Thomas had to go in and battle up against Elliot Lowndes there because he was getting ready to rattle that rim with a dunk.
Officials are saying, who was that on?
2.
Yeah, Gerard Thomas. Elliot Lowndes at the line to shoot 2. He's 1 of 1 in the game from the line. Free throw is good and ties us at 27. You know, what's always important, pulling off an upset of a nationally ranked team. There are several things, but you know what's one of the most important?
What's that?
Making your free throws.
Oh, absolutely.
Through the whole game.
They're free.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
And they're throws. They're not shots.
And
they're just throws.
Elliot makes 3 out of 4.
Wish you wouldn't have said that.
Wow. He misses 1 out of 4.
But there was a violation. Oh, no, a push on Chris King down underneath trying to get the rebound. Or did he just step in the line? Yeah,
I think he stepped on the line.
So Lowndes gets another one. Quiet, please. Elliott needs quiet to make this work, and he missed it again. Well, you can talk all you want.
All right.
Over the timeline, bringing it up is going to be LeBron Thomas. We're tied at 27. 3.5 minutes to go, first half. This thing's had everything we wanted and more. LeBron Thomas being guarded by Julian Norris. Not an inch given there. Now they go on the left side, and it's Oliver driving into the lane and throwing him one up, and Lowndes blocked it, but I think a foul on Elliott. Official comes out to show us. Yes, it is Elliot Lowndes. That's his first personal foul. It's amazing that when he took that nasty tumble and Bonsu scored and Lowndes landed on his back, rolled off, and landed on his head, they didn't call a foul on Elliott. Remember that play?
Yeah.
They had to come out of the game.
They could have called a foul.
Yeah. Free throw, good.
They figure he took the worst of it, so why penalize him twice?
Yeah, so why add salt to the wound? Ryan Oliver hits the free throw. Go ahead and say it.
Oliver shoots
80.3%.
Yep. We've already talked about him once. I'm done.
Yeah. You love these free throw percentages, I'll tell you.
They're important.
They are important. Not for them, though. For us. Here's the next one for Ryan Oliver. It is off short. Rebound, Lowndes.
Misses 1 of 5.
Lowndes gives it to Norris. I hate you mathematicians. Norris on the right side, hand off to Fairman. Fairman on the left side down to Norris. Norris going to curl around, whip it in the corner. Morrell faking. Doesn't want to take the shot. Step back. Won't pull the trigger. Throws it back outside to Norris. 3 minutes to go. 11 on the shot clock. And Logan down by 1. In the lane. Jump shot rolls off. No, by Fairman. And Vincennes has the rebound. He wanted to throw an alley-oop to Lowndes, but Lowndes faded outside of the lane at the last minute. LeBron Thomas, top of the key. Throws off on the left side. They lob it down inside. It is Victor Lotto. Lotto holding the ball on the baseline, trying to muscle up against the smaller Fairman. Turns, and Fairman knocked the ball out of bounds.
Good help defense on the backside as Lowndes came over to the low block to kind of sneak up on Lato there. And it's going to stay with the Trailblazers.
Look at how big Lato is.
Yeah.
He just got in the game.
Yeah.
Man, he's a bruiser. Long lob pass out, 12 on the shot clock. And it's LeBron Thomas looking for a screen. Going to try to jump
Good switch.
Going to swing in the lane, spinning, flip it up, and missed it. Rebound pulled down by Worrell.
Good defensive set there by Fairman.
Logan's got it, down by 1. 2:19 to go first half. And they're setting up a play, as you can hear. Tyler Smith-Peters right in front of us. Top of the key, Norris backs out. Norris starts again. In the lane, stop, step back, long three. Nope. Rebound pulled down by LeBron Thomas. He brings it up himself. Vincennes with the blue, with the black and gold stripes. Big Miller charter bus out in the parking lot. Hall, Vincennes over here from Vincennes. Why do you look at me like I know who that is? On the left side driving, LeBron Thomas. Good defense by Worrell, trying to keep him out. And Thomas is going to go in there again. They're going to call a block.
Man.
They're going to call a block on Worrell.
That was just good defense by Alfred Worrell right there. He was grinding on, and it was going both ways. But the official calls Alfred on the, remember a few minutes ago, that was an offensive foul that was called. This time it goes against Worrell.
So, at the free throw line, somebody behind us screamed out, what's he supposed to do? LeBron Thomas at the free throw line. Free throw is good by the lefty. He's got 9. Some of the Logan faithful behind us starting to bark a little bit.
I understand why.
Yeah, well, it's a physical game.
It is.
But
they're all physical.
They should send the women and children home at half.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron Thomas going to shoot another one. He's got 9. This will give him 10. Free throw, good. And Vincennes is up by 3. 1:43 to go before halftime. And Dave McKenzie's interview with Logan golf coach Mike Mooneyhan. At the top of the key, it's Fairman. Fairman throws off to Norris. Norris gets a pick from Lowndes. Norris, free throw line, lobs Elliott, and he banks it up and in, and he's fouled.
Great job by Elliott Lowndes taking the pass from Norris, and he didn't wait to hit the floor. He stayed in the air, banks it off the glass, picks up the foul, and goes to the line for the and one.
So Lowndes has 6. That was the first foul on LeBron Thomas. I know everybody's wishing that was about 3. And Lowndes is getting ready to put up his free throw. It is in and out.
Oh.
It's a 1-point lead for Vincennes. Remember what I said about free throws? No. Elliott's 2 for 4.
2 for 4.
Yeah. Top of the key with the basketball is LeBron Thomas. They're setting up a play. Vincennes, Bonsu with a crunching pick. LeBron Thomas rolls it inside, and they're going to call a foul. Probably on Julian Norris. He was tied up in a pretzel on the baseline. No, they're going to call it on Worrell. I started to say, poor Julian Norris was trying to stop Bonsu down on the baseline, and he was tied up in a pretzel.
Julian was tied up in like a cage match down there on that low block, and I didn't even see the foul from Worrell.
Jordan Logan coming in, and 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I saw 2 come in, but only 1 come out. Now they're making sure that they've got the right shooter at the line, and somebody was screaming, and the official looked at Jordan Logan and said, it wasn't me, it was the other official over here that was saying it was wrong. So at the free throw line is LeBron Thomas, and why not? He shoots 80.3%, as Davis said 4 or 5 times. Free throw is good. We got him to miss 1 a minute ago, didn't we, Dave?
Yep.
So now it's a 2-point lead for Vincennes.
What did we say a while ago? We need to do that again.
Yeah. We've said so much stuff about the free throw shooting. I'm just going to wish.
All right, we'll try that this time.
All right, Oliver doesn't have, that's Thomas, isn't it? Yeah.
When you wish upon a star.
Free throw, good, around and in.
That didn't work.
And it is Logan down 32-29 with 1 minute to go in the first half. 1 minute. With the timeline, Norris hands off to Hawkins. Top of the key goes Fairman. Fairman holding the ball for Logan. Dribbles on the left side. Fairman trying to get into the lane. 16 on the shot clock. Throws it out tied to Norris. 13 on the shot clock. 50 on the game clock. First half winding down. Norris around a pick. Pulls up. 12-footer. Blocked.
Defense.
Blocked by Oliver of Vincennes, and Thomas leading the way, and there's a layup at the other end by Lato.
4-point swing there on that little possession. Pushes the lead back to 5 for Vincennes.
And Jordan Logan with the ball top of the key, hands off to Fairman. Fairman around a pick, gets bumped down the lane. Fairman juggles the ball. I think they're going to bail him out with a foul. No, they're just going to say, no, they are going to call a foul. Going to call a foul on Ryan Oliver. So Fairman did get bailed out. He had lost control of the ball down the lane. At the free throw line, Jalen Fairman, who shoots about 70%. I'm rounding up, like you do on Saturday mornings when you say Z went up.
I know, yeah.
Fairman's free throw is good. Jalen has 3. SIU, big game tonight, 6 o'clock tip over in Banterra Center. You can hear it 5 p.m. pregame show on 101.5 CIL-FM with Luke Martin and Coach Rodney Watson.
At the time this one's over.
Free throw, good, as Furman them both. 34-31, Vincennes, final 30 seconds. LeBron Thomas walks it up for Vincennes. Thomas has made 4 free throws in a row. He has 12 points, 12 seconds. He's still dribbling out at the center line in the Logan Vols logo. Now he makes his move on Norris, goes inside, spinning, throws it up and in. How do you stop him?
I don't know. It was good defense. Vols can't get the shot at the buzzer, and that ends the first half.
And Norris tried coming over the center line, had the ball knocked out of his hands, and it is halftime.
Tyler can't believe there wasn't a foul called.
Yeah, it was halftime, and it is 36-31 as 36-31 Vincennes, as Tyler Smith-Peters is still out there arguing with the officials, and he just says, okay, that's it, fellas. I'm done talking. I'll just go into the locker room. It is halftime, and Vincennes leads Logan 36-31. We'll come back and give you a quick wrap of the scoring in the first half before the interview with Coach Mooneyham, the Volunteers golf coach, after this.
Chris has it in Carbondale at Chris Offerberg Buick GMC. Chris has more savings and Chris has more selection, like a new Buick Envision for only $199 a month, and a new 2024 GMC Terrain is only $199 a month. Or upgrade and think not just any truck, the GMC Sierra. Chris has it for only $39,999, or choose 0.9% and no payments for 90 days at Chris Offenberg Buick GMC in Carbondale.
Advantage Offenburg.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Johnny?
We're glad to have Coach Mike Mooneyham here with us. It is golf season. Coach, I've been watching, I said, a couple of the tournaments on TV, and it's got me itching to get out on the course and start hitting some balls. And you have the fortunate opportunity to be able to do that, and you started that on Monday with practice with your squad.
Yes, the weather's been great. You never know around here, if it's going to be cold, going to be hot, going to be windy, going to be rainy. But the last 2 days have been nice, and it's supposed to be really nice the next 2 days, so we're taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your squad, and you're going to be, teeing it up for the first event that's at Andrew College Invitational coming up on March 10th. And let's talk a little bit about the squad that you have. You've got some experience on this team this year.
Yeah, we're pretty loaded in terms of experience, and our 2 best players are sophomores, and we're expecting a lot out of those 2. Luke Lastly, who's from Anna, and Kate O'Connell from Nashville, Tennessee. They've been around, this would be their into their 4th time that we've played golf, and they're very, very good players. They're very experienced, and they're really good leaders.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, as you've got the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to kind of prep for the season that's going to open up, like we said, March 10th. But when you're on the course and you're working with the team, what are the things that you specifically as the coach are doing with the players?
Well, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we usually play out on the course. We're either playing in a qualifier or we're doing some situational type of things out on the golf course. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our practice days where we're either on the putting green or we're on the chipping area or we're on the range. And, we practice probably 3.5 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And, you know, any type of golfer that you have, even recreational players, the short game is the key, and that's where we spend a lot of our time working with individual putting drills and individual chipping drills. As far as seeing the ball, we have kids that are great ball strikers. That's what we're known for. We have to work on our putting. We have to become better putters, and we have to have a better short game. And that's where, you know, junior college golf is. If you can do those things, you should be in pretty good shape.
Well, I can only imagine that, you know, you see it with amateurs, I'll say that, those that are out there on the course on the weekends. You know, everybody thinks they can get out there and rip the driver, but it really is it's the 100 yards in that makes a difference with an individual in competition.
You know, each one of our players are really long off the tee. You know, that's a definite advantage. You have to be able to get off the tee and, you know, put yourself in a position to get to where you're talking about. You know, 125 yards and in, that's the scoring areas. And we spend a lot of time working on that. And, you know, if we can get better at that, you get more opportunities. You know, you hit greens, you get more opportunities to putt at birdies. And, you know, that's what we're trying to do. Length is important, but, you know, accuracy inside 125 yards is also very important.
Coach, just out of curiosity's sake, I know I don't need to know exactly for each one, but off the tee, what are they hitting off the tee?
I've got kids that can probably carry the ball 280 and end up, you know, over 300 yards, you know, with rolls and stuff like that. Our two top players, Luke and Cade, are extremely long off the tee, and that's a definite advantage to them. Our other players, pretty well off the tee too. You know, I play a lot of golf, and I consider myself a decently long player. But these kids that are, you know, playing for me right now, they're extremely long, and you know, they use that to their advantage. So length is important. Accuracy is as important, but length is an important thing in college golf.
How far you poke it out there?
I could probably get it 260, 265, 270 on a good day. So, you know, I play with them a lot, and I don't hit the same tees that they do. So they're playing from the tips, and you know, I'm competitive. Let's put it that way.
I would struggle with that too. I'm too competitive. I'm not that good, but I still hate to lose. I'll only poke it out there about 225, 230. I'm pretty short off the tee. Let's talk about the opening tournament you got, Andrew College Invitational, where that's at, what your expectations are as you head into that tournament.
Well, we have high expectations. In the fall, we played 5 tournaments. We did not get out of the gate very well. First couple tournaments, we did not play well. But 3, 4, and 5, we gradually got better. And in the last tournament, we played up to our expectations, and we got 3rd out of 19 teams in a tournament in Alabama. A lot of our schedule is in Alabama or in Tennessee. We like to go down there for the warmer weather and the better weather. And this is a new one for us. Andrew College Invitational in Foley is something new for us. But, you know, it's far enough down in Alabama that the weather's going to be pretty nice.
Now, there is opportunity for there can be fans come out and watch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got Rend Lake Match Play coming up.
Our second tournament is the Rend Lake Match Play. That's something new, too. And, you know, our players like to play in match play situations. You don't see them very often. And Rend Lake came up with the idea that, you know, let's have a little match play tournament. Danville is in it and Lincoln Trail is in it. We're in it and Rend Lake is. And, you know, that should be a fun time.
And for those that don't know, what's the difference between that tournament and how you play when you open up at Andrew College?
Andrew College is a stroke play individual, in a tournament where each individual, every stroke is counted. In match play, you play holes, and you can be given holes and stuff like that. The best score on the hole wins that hole, so you're not really keeping stroke average. like you are in an individual tournament.
How do you keep up when you're out on the course and you've got how many guys are playing at any given time?
Most of the time you take 5 players. Sometimes you can take 6. And, some players like for, coaches to be around. Some players don't. So you learn that as you go through. But, I usually start at the front and work to the back. And, if anybody needs individual help, I do have an assistant coach in Jarrett Burr who's been a fantastic asset to me. And we pretty much got it covered. So, we're not there for every shot, but we're there when we're needed.
How much communication can you have with players when during the match while it's going on?
Well, that's all changed. And in the older days, you could not hardly say anything to them as a coach.
That's what I thought.
Now you can coach them from tee to green. I mean, any shot that you want, off the tee, in the fairway, on the greens, you can do all the coaching that you want to.
I didn't know if that had changed or not. I know, like for high school, you can't talk to them, correct?
Yeah, high school is a little bit different. Junior college and colleges are a little more relaxed on that. And, you can get out there and if they want you there, you can follow them and give advice and stuff every shot if they need it.
Well, it's 2.5 weeks away from starting for you and Alabama, you said, is where Andrew College is, correct?
Yes, it's down in Foley, Alabama, down by Gulf Shores, so it's pretty far down there. And there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be in our district. There's 19 teams in the tournament, and we have 17 in our district, and I think every one of them is there. So it's a good place to find out where you sit. And we want to come out of the gates. We want to come out of the gates strong. And, we want to send a little message and, we have high expectations. Our district tournament's in Alabama as well. And the national tournament is in Hobbs, New Mexico this year. And, we expect to get there.
That would be outstanding. Season starts Sunday the 10th, Andrew College Invitational. Then on Thursday the 14th is the Rend Lake match play that the coach just talked about. Sunday the 24th will be Calhoun Spring Fling. And then in April, the first week of April, Sunday, will be the Tennessee Big Blue Invitational. And then you get a couple of weeks off, and then you get into the District 24 golf tournament. Where's the district tournament at this year?
It's in Cherokee Ridge, Alabama, Decatur, Alabama, where Calhoun plays. All those golf courses down there are fairly tight. We want to give ourselves some experience on those types of golf courses. They're not open. They're long golf courses, but they are tree lined and stuff like that. So we want to get accustomed to playing that way. And everything is pointed towards the district tournament in April, and hopefully we can get out of that, which they take the top 7 teams out of our district. We have the biggest district golf wise in the United States, so we take 7 qualifiers out of our district tournament that go to the national tournament. And, we really expect to be one of those 7.
That course almost sounds a lot like Hickory Ridge.
Yes, they're very similar courses to that. Carterville, they're not as long. Hickory Ridge or Carterville aren't as long, but they are tight like those courses, yes.
Well, Coach Mike Mooningham joining us here, golf coach for John A. Logan College. Practice started this week, and you're well represented with local guys from Carterville, Marion, Anna, Harrisburg. Throw in a couple from Missouri at Poplar Bluff and Mississippi. But looking forward to seeing how you do. You've got the experience, and hopefully it's a very successful season for Logan Golf this year, Coach.
I'll just say this. These kids are anxious. They want to get out there. They work hard at it. They put in the time, and that's what it takes to play any sport in any college or junior college. And these kids are excited, and they want to get out there, and they want to, put out the best that they can. They represent the college very well. And, I'm really happy with my role as the coach, and hopefully we can play well and represent this this community and this junior college the best we can.
And we don't really, I'll just chat at you real quick, we don't really want to forget about women's golf because they're getting started as well, and they're practicing their preseason right now as well.
Yes, they are. They're out there at Cocopelli with us. They practice every day, and I'm going to tell you what, they got some good things going on, and I look for them to do well this spring, and they got some really good players coming in the fall, as do we. So, John A. Logan College golf really looks good.
Well, it's one of the powerhouses, and looking forward to that. Coach Mike Mooneyham, thank you so much for your time here.
How much longer? How much longer?
Probably 2 minutes. You can cut it off.
We need to cut it off, Eric. We've started here. And we want to thank Mike Mooney for being on with Talking Ball Sports. That was the interview with Dave McKenzie. We're starting the second half here at Logan. And Hawkins fires a three on the left wing, no good. 36-31, Vincennes. That was our lead at the half. And that is the score now. And they throw it inside to Michael Osei-Bonsu, and he is wrestled down unbelievably by Elliott Lowndes, his second. I would never have thought that was possible unless I just saw it.
No, it was a 50-50 ball.
Must have had leverage.
Yeah, exactly. Like a wrestling takedown.
Yeah. And it'll be Vincennes' ball out of bounds. They lead by 5. And bounce pass comes in, and they dump it off. Bonsu gets it blocked. Another foul on Elliott Lowndes. Lowndes hopping up and down, thinking he got the block. But Elliott picks up 2 and 3 very, very quickly. And partly that was not Elliott's fault because another Logan player had lost his man.
Yeah, it was a good pass underneath, but
Bonsu hits the free throw.
Lowndes turns around and picks up his third foul. That's a big foul right there.
And Coach Smith-Peters barking at the official and said, if you're going to call it down there, call it down here. And the official turned and gave him a wary eye. Next free throw by Bonsu, no good, and Lowndes cleans the boards.
Wary eye or hairy eye?
Wary.
Okay.
That's a little bit worse than a hairy eye. A hairy eye would bother him more than it would be the coach.
True.
Right side, it's Hawkins spinning to the top of the key, off to Bardo faking the shot. Bardo throws the ball away, but Logan gets a break because Kent King couldn't keep it in bounds.
Good hands out there by Chris as he slapped it out, but it's going to stay on the ball side.
Bardo will inbound. Owen's got to get some scoring. Pass to Hawkins, to Lowndes. He pulls up and misses the shot from the elbow on the left side, and Vincennes, with a 6-point lead, has the ball again.
This is a big defensive possession for the Vols. They need a stop here.
LeBron Thomas throws the ball top of the key. That's off to Dixon, and they drive inside and flip it up and in. Ryan Oliver.
Right past Julian Norris there, but now an 8-point lead for the Trailblazers.
Now, and Alfred Royal going to come back in. Logan's got to get some scoring on the floor. Caden Hawkins is going to drive inside, pump fake, throw it back outside, and Tyler Smith-Peters arguing that Vincennes is mugging his guys.
Just
There's
like that.
a foul. There's a foul.
We'll call one there.
That's on LeBron Thomas. His second. And the only reason, realistically, that was called was because Caden's arm came off at the elbow and went skittering out near the timeline with blood flowing. Top of the key, Rajon Bardo. Very physical game here. Inside, nice cut. Bardo, back door, got it.
Boy, nice.
Excuse me.
From Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins got it.
High-low
by Bardo.
High-low game from Worrell to Hawkins on the cut.
And that makes it a 39-33. Vincennes lead, 6-point lead. Bonsu, high post, left side. Wants to muscle, goes down inside, throws it up, missed the shot, and Lowndes comes out of there with it with an little acrobatic spin. Throws it off to Norris, down in the right corner, Worrell. Worrell didn't have the shot, back out to Norris. Top key, Hawkins will shoot from there. No good. Rebound, Bonsu. That gave us a brief minute of hope. That three goes in. We got a big ball game, but now cutting loose is Thomas. Oh! Elliott Lowndes blocks the shot, knocks the Vincennes player down. No whistle there. And it's the Vincennes bench that is upset. Now two players hit the deck in the middle of the floor. There's players down everywhere. And Vincennes is going to flip it underneath and throw it up. Missed the shot. And Logan's got the ball again. Unbelievable. There's players all over the place on the floor. Long shot in the corner. Three. Good by Norris. Norris turns back to Bonsu and barks something at him.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen a game this physical.
I mean,
and they're just letting them play.
Yeah, this is intense. This is intense. At the top, LeBron Thomas. Thomas looking on the right side, looking on the left side. Dribbles on the left side around the Bonsu pick. Whoa, walked on the top. He sure did. He wanted to throw it to a rolling Bonsu down the lane, but he took a little extra hop step, and the official caught him.
Look at that. A turnover is going to give the Vols a chance to tie this up with a three. But
look at Franklin.
He's working the official on one side.
He practically is taking his clothes off over there. They should be on a date.
Yeah.
He is mad. And I know why. I don't blame him because the players hit the deck down here.
No.
His man was fouled. Logan's guy was fouled. There were players rolling around, writhing on the floor all over the place. And no whistles. Top of the key, it is Walker to Norris. Top of the key, hooks it back to Worrell. Worrell faking, Worrell driving, put it up. No foul. Foul on Vincennes.
Good drive by Worrell as he just put his head down and ran in. If they're gonna let you play and they're gonna let him bang like that, take it to the paint, see what you can get. And now he's got a chance to pull the balls within two.
Yeah, they called the foul on Oliver. He comes to the official and asks for an explanation, and the official gives him one. And Worrell hits the free throw, his third. Boy, it is a physical.
I got a bruise here on my arm.
I noticed that at halftime. Worrell's next one is up and good. He hit them both. It is 39-38. A couple of the people at the concession stand at halftime were just knocking each other over, just bumping each other. So that's what we've seen the first time.
And no calls out there either.
No calls out there either in the vestibule. Top of the key, LeBron Thomas pushes off. Still hanging on to the dribble. Almost threw it away. Now with the basketball is Dixon. Dixon back outside to Kent King. They throw it down the baseline to Bonsu. Bonsu's going to go inside against Logan. Jordan Logan turns and scores, and the Logan bench said he was traveling.
Another possession where it was great defense for 28 seconds, and it was the last two that just a little break and allows Trailblazers to score.
Worrell shooting a three. It's no good, and Vincennes the rebound on the run. Vincennes leading 41-38. They've got a dunk at the other end.
Vols just could not get back defensively that time to get the stop.
Kent King gets his first two of the game, and they've gone up 43-38. Logan needs some points. On the left side, it is Fairman, off to Walker. Walker around a pick, top of the key, off to Fairman. Fairman, boy, this Vincennes team makes it so difficult to get off good shots.
They do.
Fairman down the lane, throws it up. No, he was fouled and knocked down. That's probably going to be called on Kent King. You can hear both coaches screaming.
It is on King.
Yep. That's his third.
It's on Chris.
No, it's on Kent.
Oh, 20 is Kent?
Yep. 20 is Kent.
Oh.
12 is Chris.
There we go.
It's the King family. Sort of like watching Lawrence Welk, isn't it?
The lovely Lemon Sisters.
Free throw is up and good by Fairman. Boy, we get all kind of pop references here.
You mentioned earlier about Mizzou players, you know, Kurt Lewis. Gail Johnson is heading down to Ole Miss to watch Mizzou and Ole Miss this evening.
Wow.
So, see
Sean East is
Sean
injured.
East.
Not
Oh,
playing.
he is.
Yep, not playing. That's what I heard yesterday. Free throw good. Jalen Fairman, them both. And it's a 43-40 Vincennes lead by 3. Logan staying close. We played 5 minutes of the second half. On the left side, driving to the basket, spinning, pumping. Reverse
good
layup,
defense.
blocked. There's Bonzu to pick it up and stick it in.
Bonsu cleans it up.
He's got 18.
Yeah, Norris had the good defense, but
Norris goes around the pick, top of the key. They strip the ball from him. Coming the other way is Thomas, and Thomas spins, loses the ball. Fairman takes it back, gives it to Worrell. Worrell will stop and shoot a 3-bomb, and it is no good. Missed everything. And Worrell's going to come out of the ball game, and LeBron Thomas is going to go inside, throw up a runner, and get it to go. Timeout, Logan.
When it reaches the point that the coach just smiles and laughs at the official after a no call.
So a timeout called, and we will pause for 30 seconds. Logan trailing now by 7, 47-40 to number 4 Vincennes. Vincennes women's team fits before falling today.
93-89.
That's a lot of points for a women's game, and Logan matched him for almost the entire way. I thought there was a possibility of overtime.
You know, one thing we haven't talked about the second half, Falls are without 3 players tonight. Jace Breath, Isaac James, Cameron Boone. Man, if they were here.
All bigs,
and they are really needed right now for the Vols.
With this physical Vincennes team, you are absolutely correct. That's a great point. Fairman is going to get the ball, drive, has it stripped, get it back, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah. He tried, he got inside and got bumped off balance. He tried to slap the ball back out to Julian Norris, but they said he slid out of bounds. 7-point lead for Vincennes. Remember, Vincennes beat Logan by 8 in Indiana earlier in the year in January. They throw it inside to Bonzu, and Bonzu is practically decapitated. Logan gets the ball that pops up in the air after somebody took a swing at him. And it's Caden Hawkins spinning around top of the key. Hawkins backing out. He'd love to shoot it. And he didn't pull the trigger. Norris in the corner. He's got Thomas on him. They go into Lowndes. Shoveled it back to Fairman, and it goes off his knee. And here comes Vincennes running the other way. Coming down into the corner and spinning back outside is Oliver. Oliver's going to go back into the basket. He's got the smaller man on him. He's going to turn, hook it up, miss the shot. Ball knocked out of bounds. Logan's ball. Even when Vincennes misses the shot, you got to be able to handle Bonzu, who is like just like a Sherman tank down there.
It's a good way to describe him. I mean, he's just so thick and has moves. And that's what makes it tough. He's a big man, but he can maneuver his way in the paint. And
they have a team. I'm telling you, because you and I have both talked about this out at the Nationals, the way they play. Vincennes has a team that can go out there this year and do very, very well. They're 22-2 right now. They're number 4 in the country. They remind me a lot of Logan's team from last year, with the exception of Logan had much better outside shooters. I mean, Vincennes takes it down the paint and they pound you to death. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Logan trails by 7.
Chris has it in Carbondale at Chris Offerberg Buick GMC. Chris has more savings and Chris has more selection, like a new Buick Envision for only $199 a month, and a new 2024 GMC Terrain is only $199 a month. Or upgrade and think not just any truck, the GMC Sierra. Chris has it for only $39,999, or choose 0.9% and no payments for 90 days at Chris Offenberg Buick GMC in Carbondale.
Advantage Offenberg.
Mike Murphy, Dave McKenzie back here courtside. Brewer Jim, John A. Logan, Carterville, Vincennes 22-2, Logan 12-12. Logan's giving them a battle, but Logan trails by 7 with 13:45 to go, and Logan needs some offense. Norris over the timeline. He's been the most of it for Logan. He's got 14. Throws out to Jordan Logan to Elliott Lowndes. Lowndes takes one dribble, hands off to Norris. Norris in the lane, pulls up, double teamed off the Fairman for the three. Air ball. And Lowndes reaches in and knocks it loose, but it's going to be Vincennes' ball.
Since your partner is just so terrible at statistics, I wish I could tell you what the shooting percentage was, but from three, it is terrible for the Vols here today.
Yeah, and not only that, but there have been at least 3 threes that have not touched anything.
Exactly.
As our old buddy Ron Hines used to call them, no hitters.
No, good call.
LeBron Thomas going in, muscling down against Norris. Pump, fake, lean in, step up, block,
good
down.
Defense.
Out of bounds. Elliott says, don't bring it in here. He averages almost 3 a game, and that was a big one. And the officials, as we said, are letting them play. 13-13 to go, and they'll inbound. Vincennes has it, 15 on the shot clock, and jumping in as Fairman stole the ball, but couldn't keep it in front of him and went out of bounds. Vincennes' ball again.
You know, the officials say that they don't have conversations whether they're going to let stuff go or not. But, I mean, there's just sometimes.
Subconsciously, I think they do it. There's a push. Against who, though? You're going to call that on Julian Norris. And that was a case where the second guy got caught.
Yep. There
and
you go.
Throw it down. Did you see it? Threw it out on the top to LeBron Thomas. He pushed off to get open. Driving down the baseline. There's Bonsu inside, losing the ball, out of bounds, but it's going to be Vincennes' ball with 13 on the shot clock. 13 minutes left in the game.
Another good job by Lowndes getting in there. The ball was loose. He was able to get those long arms down onto the ball, slap it out of bounds, and it stays with Vincennes.
Vincennes throws it into LeBron Thomas. LeBron's going to take one dribble. Norris is bumping him down in the corner. Thomas comes up inside, throws it into Bonsu. 5 seconds. Bonsu goes up in the air. Lowndes blocks the shot, and they're going to call a foul on Elliott.
Number 4.
That's his 4th.
That's just been a battle all afternoon long.
And this sounds, I don't want to make this sound like I'm a homer, but if you're going to allow that guy to bend down, shoulder into his chest, headbutt him into the chest, and then jump up, you got to let the shot block go.
Yeah.
There's too much physicality down there. They go inside. There he is again. Turns, hooks it up and in. Boy, Bonsu knows how to use his body. He's got 20. He's getting more money out of his body than Jack Delane used to. 49-40. There's a reference for you.
I remember it.
Top of the key, Hawkins back down on the right side. They go into Jordan Logan on the right baseline, back out to Hawkins. Hawkins, top of the key, Norris. Norris being smothered there by Gerard Thomas. Norris goes back out near the timeline. Shot clock at 9. Now Logan's in a precarious spot. Norris is going to jump up, triple team to Hawkins in the corner for a 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Bonsu, and here comes Vincennes running the floor, and it's LeBron Thomas with a lay-in.
Again, doesn't happen very often, but Vols just a little tardy getting back on defense, and it led to an easy transition.
11-point lead for Vincennes. This is where Logan has to be careful.
Evan Noley getting ready to check in.
With the basketball, Norris, he drives inside. He gets knocked down. A Vincennes player's down. And the foul is going to be called on Gerard Thomas. His 3rd. And what they're talking to Evan Noley about is we need your 3s. We need every 3 that you've got in that body of yours. Get in there. Don't be afraid and fire it up.
Get to that corner.
Talking about it right in front of us.
That's his shot.
Yep. Julian Norris at the free throw line. He has 14 but hasn't scored after that 3 to start the second half. 15 points. Here comes Walker. Here comes Noley. Coming out is Fairman. Coming out is Jordan Logan. The Vols have Norris, Worrell, Evan Noley from Marion, Caden Hawkins from Carterville, and R.J. Walker. Norris' next free throw is up and good. He's got 16. Good game for R.J. Or for Julian. And Logan creeps 2 within 9. Ron Thomas with it out front. He's swinging on the left wing. Driving inside with it is King. And a layup. He spun around, scored.
Just drove right by Julian Norris to get that easy run.
He got 20 against Logan in the first game.
Yep.
There's a handoff on the right side. Walker to Norris. Norris wanted to shoot a 3. Almost lost the ball. Now gets it. Goes up. Throws a wild shot up. Big collision. Bodies everywhere. And Vincennes comes up with the ball. And Tyler Smith-Peters again complaining to the Zebras. Driving inside LeBron Thomas, layup, got another one.
Timeout.
20. Logan has to call a timeout to staunch the bleeding. 55-42. Vincennes starting to pull away, the number 4 ranked team in the nation. 22-2, trying to put Logan, the defending champs, away at Logan. 42 for Logan, 55 for Vincennes. Back in a minute.
Johnny really taught me that work ethic that is required to succeed in an engineering curriculum.
We teach the basics in mathematics and physics and give you experience in the core courses.
John A. is very heavily invested into the engineering program, and the professors in the engineering program are excellent.
I'm really proud of them. Like, they have been transferring very successfully after getting an associate's degree from John A. Logan College.
There has been research done time and time again that shows students that begin at a community college, specifically John A. Logan College, do better in years 3 and 4 at a university than students that started out at that university.
All the coursework is pretty much on par with university. Prachi, my professor for all of physics, she just cares like so much about us learning. It's not just about getting us through the classes, like she truly loves us to like get in here and like learn more.
I felt really welcomed here, felt like I was part of the STEM program here.
I absolutely love small class sizes, to connect to them on one-to-one level. It's a community, it's a family.
Out. Vincennes, Gerard Thomas trying to get those bright yellow.
Those are some good-looking
sneakers tied up. He retied both shoes. Yeah, they're team colors and everything. I wish everybody on Vincennes should have those. You notice that everybody has different sneakers
at
this level now.
They do.
What happened to the sneaker deals that everybody used to have? Norris with it on the top for Logan. Throws it on the right side. Worrell trying to move inside. Steps back. Shoots. Shot blocked. Taken out of the air by Thomas. Thomas racing down into the corner. Spins around. Throws it back out. Gerard Thomas, top of the key. Flips it on the left side. Lob it inside. And knocked out of bounds. Away from Dixon by Caden Hawkins.
Good job by Caden as he kind of had to whip around to get a hand on that pass. Deflected out of bounds.
Yeah.
Worrell comes out of the game and has a conversation with Tyler Smith-Peters.
Trailing 55-42, Logan down. Driving inside with the basketball is Oliver. Oliver's still with it, going to drive all the way on Hawkins and muscles it up and in.
Well, here we are midway through the second half. It's a 15-point lead for the number 4 team in the country. What are the Vols going to do? How are they going to close out this second half of the basketball
That's
game?
the key right here. Fairman at the top, goes around a pick by Noli. Throws the ball to Norris. Back to Fairman. Fairman's going to drive to the rack, spin inside, put it up and in.
Good drive by Fairman. He took it down the paint, spun on the defender, gets the bucket, and that cuts the lead back to 13.
Fairman has 8. 10 minutes to go in the game. And trying to muscle his way in is going to be Chris King. King gives it off to LeBron Thomas. He is chest to chest, shoulder to shoulder with Norris, and finally a whistle.
They let him bump 5 times and finally call it on the final bump.
That's what I was going to say. There were 4 collisions, and they called the 5th one.
Yep.
I mean, it is body bumping at its. I haven't seen this much contact since I watched Dirty Dancing twice in a row.
There you go.
Pass down inside, now outside, ball knocked loose, grabbed back, and that's got to be. Yeah, they call that one. That was Chris King for Vincennes. He extended his arm fully, and Caden Hawkins went flying all the way out into the lobby. And the official called that. Logan gets the ball, inbounds it, trailing 57-44. 9:44 to go, and the Vincennes defense never lets up. Never lets up. The basketball, Walker steps back, shoots a 3, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Vincennes. Here comes LeBron Thomas. LeBron Thomas, top of the key, turns, backs out near the center line, left-hand dribble. Jalen Fairman on him. They throw it on the left side, it goes. That's off to Oliver. Oliver's going to go left baseline. He's doubled. Oliver in trouble in the corner, and he throws it down low. Catching there is, that's a double dribble, isn't it? Did he dribble twice?
Nope, we fouled.
Man. You know, they miss that a lot. When they throw the ball and there's contact and the guy dribbles and then catches it and establishes and then turns around to dribble again.
Yep.
I've seen that missed.
It's a high school thing, too.
What's this? The official's asking, okay, all right.
He's got blood. He's going to have to.
He went over to the trainer. LeBron Thomas went over to the trainer because he had blood on his arm, and they were looking around, and they said, wait a minute, Vincennes is one guy short. Tyler Smith-Peters begging for an explanation on all that bumping, and here they go again. Inside, little shot, soft up, no good. Rebound, Worrell. Logan has it, trailing 57-44. Worrell top of the key. They almost steal the ball, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Logan's ball. Worrell was doing some very dangerous juggling on the left side.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like we got a break there. I thought maybe the ball was off of Worrell, but it's going to stay with the balls.
I agree. Caden Hawkins throws it into Walker. Walker on the top. Walker top of the key. Throws it back to Hawkins. Low pass. Hawkins has it at his sneaker top. Spins inside. Throws it up on the run. In and out. That's about the fourth time this half. Logan's had one all the way down and pop out. Bringing the ball up is Gerard Thomas. Gerard Thomas goes around to pick left side. Trying to beat Fairman. He throws it up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Fairman. He had a guy on his back, no whistle. Fairman's going to take it all the way to the rack, put it up. Oh, what did he do that for? Out of bounds is going to be Vincennes' ball. Fairman's
hurt.
Had it, well, gosh, dog. Fairman had a layup, Dave. All he had to do was just go to the right side and lay it in.
He short-armed it. Gator armed it.
And he turned back into the player trying to get an and one. And then he landed awkwardly and twisted his ankle. Rajon Bardot's going to come in. And Fairman's going to have to go limping out, go down to the end of the bench where the trainer is going to take him down to the training room. Man, how many shots has Logan just 3/4 of the way down and popped back out? It's almost like they got one of those rim
half dozen maybe.
Like his rebound aids up in the rim, Driving inside is Thomas, Gerard Thomas. He's going to, blocked by.
Good job, Walker.
Walker, and off to Caden Hawkins down in the right corner. Worrell won't take the shot. And they throw it out on the top to Walker. Walker on the left side to Bardot. Rajon dribbles back out to the timeline. And we go to 17, 16, 15. Now, Logan's going to have to hurry. And it's going to be Walker. Steps to the elbow, backs out, gives it to Noli. Back to Walker. 7 on the shot clock. And Walker's backing away. Walker at the top. 2-1. They steal the ball. They got bailed out by a foul.
Caught a break right there at the very end as Walker was driving. He wasn't going to pass. He wasn't going to be able to shoot. And a bailout foul.
There was no way Logan was going to get a decent shot. And they called the foul on Ryan Oliver when Logan split in between two Vincennes players. Wow.
And Tyler said something about Bull.
Coming in is LeBron Thomas. They didn't leave him out very long. Into, nice pass, Noli, to Caden Hawkins, and Hawkins got the bucket right underneath. What a pass by Noli. 57-46. It's an 11-point lead.
Still plenty of time for the Volunteers. Just got to get some shots to fall.
Yeah, Richard,
and
say
some
that.
stops.
Look who's coming in.
Yeah.
Michael Osei Bonzu. He glares over at us, and we got a couple of other bruises there. He is just a dominating player, and he's not that tall. It's just his width, his bulk.
He's just been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, he's
a really good ball player.
And in games like this where they let you play, boy, he is an asset.
Yeah.
LeBron Thomas out front. 57-46, Vincennes. Logan needs a stop. Thomas taking his time. They send Bonzu down low. Thomas looking. Hands off. Out on the top with it now is Kent King. They go back to Thomas, back to Kent King. 6 on the shot clock, back to LeBron Thomas. 4 on the shot clock, 2 on the shot clock, and he shoots a left-handed bomb, no good. Rebound tipped out by Jordan Logan, off to Bardot, to Hawkins in the corner. Worrell for a bomb. Nope, too hard. Ball tipped underneath, and a dunk underneath by Jordan Logan.
Great break for the Volunteers on the tip. It winds up right underneath. Jordan Logan gets the dunk for the Vols, pulls them to within 9.
I think Bardot was the guy that tipped it, kept it alive, and now a timeout called by Vincennes.
Yep.
Logan with a little bit of giddy up when they come to the huddle. And assistant coach Marcus Walker is fired up. Tyler Smith-Peters getting him fired up. It's 57-48. Logan pulls to within 9. We'll be back in a minute.
Chris has it in Carbondale at Chris Offerberg Buick GMC. Chris has more savings and Chris has more selection, like a new Buick Envision for only $199 a month, and a new 2024 GMC Terrain is only $199 a month. Or upgrade and think not just any truck, the truck, the GMC Sierra. Chris has it for only $39,999, or choose 0.9% and no payments for 90 days at Chris Offenberg Buick GMC in Carbondale.
Advantage Offenberg.
John A.
Number 4 ranked team in the country, Vincennes. Vincennes has played much, much better this second half, but Logan is starting to creep closer. Logan will send out Worrell, Bardot, Hawkins. Jordan Logan is the big, and R.J. Walker. LeBron Thomas has it. They'll bring 2 high. Thomas goes right side. Now rolls it down inside and going to the basket, throwing it up, no good. And then walking, yes sir, getting the rebound was Dixon, but he took steps underneath. Logan had 2 guys there battling with him. Dixon just out-muscled him, but then he took steps.
Once again, I think it's back-to-back possessions. Great defense by the Vols. And, you know, they were down 15 just moments ago. And here, look at him here.
Oh, boy, look at Todd Franklin barking at that end of that bench.
Yeah.
He is mad. Logan's got him flustered if they can close the deal here. Top of the key, Hawkins. Hawkins backing out, throws it to Worrell. Worrell's going to shoot a 3. It's off the front of the rim, no. Rebound comes down to Kent King, and Vincennes has it. 6 minutes to go. Logan had a couple of big stops. Now there's the ball knocked away by Hawkins in the backcourt, but LeBron Thomas goes back to get it. And LeBron Thomas throws it down inside, off to Bonzu. He goes inside, loses the ball, off his leg, out of bounds.
Yeah.
Logan's ball.
Great reach in by Jordan Logan. He held the low block as Bonsu was driving down the right side, but reached in at the last second, slaps the ball off. It goes off of Bonsu's leg. Volunteers basketball.
Vincennes' coach is not a happy guy. You can hear him yelling from here. And Logan has the ball once again and driving inside, trying to pull up. Triple team, quadruple team. They go to Worrell for a 3, and it is no good. Rebound, Vincennes. Logan misfires again. 57-48 it stays. Vincennes has the lead. LeBron Thomas going to go to the free throw line. Stopped there by Worrell. Throws on the right side. Off to Kent King. They go inside. King's shot no good. Logan the rebound. Bardot racing up the floor. Bardot throws a pass. It is hit.
Good.
It's tipped. Bardot gets it back. Triple team. They reach in, knock the ball loose. They throw it to Walker. Walker for a 3. Bomb good.
That's a big time shot by R.J. Walker out on that wing. And look at the score. The Vols have pulled to within 6 with 5 to play.
And they have done it with some gutty defense. And Vincennes, number 4 in the country, they don't even go into the huddle with their coach. They just have a players-only meeting before he can even get there. And he steps in, and he is nose-to-nose with a couple of the Vincennes Trailblazers. He is incensed. It's 57-51. 5:05 to go, as Dave said. There's still a lot of time to get this thing done. Remember, Logan lost to Vincennes 87-80 on January 13th in Vincennes, Indiana. And this team is not an easy team to play against because they're so physical. And right now, Logan is doing this with the 7-footer, Elliott Lowndes, on the bench with 4 fouls.
Well, they've had 4 consecutive defensive stops. And that's what's helped lead. And that big 3 here by R.J. Walker.
Yep.
I mean, they've gotten a couple of lucky tips, good tips. Caden, what's his name? Hawkins. He tips the ball out.
I think you know the family.
I do. But he tips the ball out. They convert. Walker hits from the corner. And this is, I think if you told Tyler Smith-Peters you're going to be missing 3 players and with 5 left you're only down 6, I think he would take that against the number 4 team in the country.
And the Logan big right now, believe it or not, is Jordan Logan, who is a great jumper, but he is very slender. Mm-hmm. And Vincennes has these Sherman tanks down there, rhinos, if you will, that just burrow their way down inside, bump you, and shoot.
It's all about leverage. You just have
Logan's
to body
into a 1-3-1 zone.
Look at this.
Logan's in a zone. Ron Thomas gets around it. Now Worrell's bothering him. LeBron Thomas throws over on the right side. Catching it there is Kent King. Kent King throws it across. It's tipped out of bounds. That'll be Vincennes' ball. But the shot clock down to 11. And Todd Franklin trying to get his players to go to the empty spots in the offense against the zone.
You got to recognize it and find that soft spot in that zone.
10 seconds. LeBron Thomas throws to King. King on the right side. And Logan steals it again. Here comes Bardot. Bardot throws it off on the left side to Walker. Walker has it slapped away, picked up by Jordan Logan. Logan holds the ball, gives it back to Walker. Logan's got it down by 6, 4:29 to go. Walker trying to turn to his left, he does. In the lane, whips it inside, past Worrell and out of bounds. Great idea, but the pass was too far for Worrell, who was cutting to the basket, and Logan turns it over in a critical moment.
The defensive stop count now up to 5 in a row for the Volunteers, though.
Wish we'd get some points at that other end, though. 57-51 Vincennes. As with it is LeBron Thomas. He's their straw that is always in the drink. They go inside to Bonzo. He kicks it out. They go to LeBron Thomas. Passes up the offensive shot. There's a long three. No good. Bounces out long. And a foul on R.J. Walker, as getting the ball was Ryan Oliver. And the thing is, you can't give them second shots. R.J. Walker gets his third, and this is going to put Vincennes at the line. Ryan Oliver. He is 3 out of 5. Free throw is good. 8 points for Oliver. 7-point lead for the Vincennes Trailblazers with 4:03 to go. After this point, Logan did a good job without putting them at the line.
They'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah. Next free throw is good. And they're good free throw shooters. 68.1, not as good as Logan, but good enough. Over the timeline, Walker. Walker throws it to Caden Hawkins. He spins around the top, double pick, gets the ball up to Worrell. Worrell's going to drive free throw line all the way in, lay it up, hit the bottom of the backboard. I'll be darned. And they throw it the other way, too far, out of bounds. Logan's ball. Vincennes turned and threw it the wrong way.
Vols need to run an offensive set. This has been a run and gun half of basketball, playing offense off the turnovers.
Elliott Lowndes and Julian Norris coming in. Alfred Worrell coming out. And Rajon Bardot coming out. I know the coach is upset with Worrell for the missed shots, but that group did have some good chemistry.
They did.
Defensively. Logan down 8 with the ball. 3:41 to go. Over the timeline, Caden Hawkins goes on the right side, goes on the top. Walker firing from there. It's good.
In stride 3 from Walker, top of the key. And now it's a 5-point ball game with just 3.5 to play.
Oh, how that 3-point line has changed the game. LeBron Thomas on the right side comes back to the left down the lane, pull up free throw line, left-handed jumper. No! And it's rebounded by R.J. Walker. Walker races up over the timeline. Logan down by 5. 3:12 to go. Walker curls up, throws it back. Look out, it's coming our way. Yep. Threw it backwards to Jordan Logan, and it was off his hands and right at us. And Todd Franklin wants to call a timeout. He sees his lead that at one time was, 17, is down to 5. It's a full timeout. We'll pause for a minute to catch our breath. 3:07 to go, and it's 59-54 Vincennes.
It's the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Mike Murphy, Dave McKenzie back here. Johnny Logan. Vincennes will inbound right in front of us. And it is Chris King throwing it into LeBron Thomas. LeBron Thomas going against the 1-3-1 zone. Thomas dribbling on the left side. The big arms of Jordan Logan. And Thomas is going to drive and throw it up. It's blocked out of bounds by Lowndes, but they call a foul. And who's that going to be on? Jordan Logan.
I think it's going to be on Logan.
Yeah.
He put the forearm on the drive.
Nope, they called it on Hawkins.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Now they're going to stop it. They're going to confer because
that's exactly what you hear Tyler say. He wasn't even in the play.
Yeah.
And I didn't see him in the play. I mean, it was obvious that Jordan Logan had the forearm, but now they're going to the third official.
Now everybody's talking about.
So call off the foul. Give the ball to the Vols.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't work that way.
Explanation. They're going to change. Yeah.
They're going to keep it with.
And Tyler Smith-Peters arguing in front of us, but they stick the foul on Hawkins. Free throw is good. Bouncing around by LeBron Thomas. He's got 21. LeBron Thomas just put him up by 6. Vincennes trying to go up by 7. Free throw is good. 22 for LeBron Thomas.
Under 3 to play down. You're down 61-54.
And every offensive possession is critical now.
Exactly.
Norris on the right side, cuts into the lane, fakes, turns, give it out to Walker for a 3-bomb. Hello!
Big 3 from R.J. Walker on the curl out top. Cuts the lead down to 4 with 2:30 remaining.
61-57. Walker hits his 4th triple of the game. Left side, LeBron Thomas. He's not looking to shoot. Goes out on the top with the basketball there. Is Kent King. King dribbling, throws to Gerard Thomas, goes baseline. They throw it out on the top, swinging around. LeBron Thomas has to shoot a left-handed 3. Air ball, and Bonsu stepped on the line. Logan gets the ball back. It was an air ball. Bonsu got it, but his toe was on the line, and look at Todd Franklin out on the floor. He's at half court.
And a chance to cut this lead down to just 1. But, I mean, remember this, folks. This is the number 4 team in the country. They've only lost 2 games. Vols are only down 4.
Yeah, the defending champs.
With a short bench.
And there's Walker lofting another 3. No good. But Caden Hawkins ran it down, threw a behind-the-back pass, and it's picked off. Caden Hawkins saw Lowndes coming down the lane, wanted to go behind the back for the dunk with a pass, but it was knocked away, and Vincennes has it, and they want to call a timeout. Their coach is furious. Logan's coach is not much better. And we're about ready to check into a psychiatric unit ourselves. 1:47 to go. Full timeout, 61-57. Vincennes has the lead by 4. And Dave, as we were on the last break, and we'll keep it here, as we were on the last break, one of the officials came over here and was just beside himself almost. And I said, hey, this is almost over. And he said, I'm not getting any help. And he said something about nobody likes me or something. And I reached up and patted his hand. But, I mean, it's tough being an official in a game like this once it is established that they're letting them play. And these 3 guys are letting them play for the most part. And once you go past that line, it's hard to go back.
Well, and I like a physical ball game. I that's the
this
kind
physical?
of game. Not
this physical?
But you don't expect it to be this physical.
Yeah.
You expect
your nose is bleeding.
I know.
I don't want to tell you.
I had an ice pack
bleeding.
earlier. Brad Brush has been busy with me here today.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, there's 1:47 left. The Vols they're in this ball game. They have a chance to upset this team here today, and it's going to be Trailblazer basketball over on the far sideline.
They just told Logan they have 2 timeouts left. I think those are 2:30s. 1:45 to go, and Vincennes has the ball, and they're up by 4. And LeBron Thomas is dribbling out front. Not as much look to shoot. Now driving inside is Thomas. They throw it back outside. This is their weak point, outside shooting. Thomas is going to go baseline and throw it away.
Good defense by Lowndes.
And it's going to be a foul call on LeBron Thomas of Vincennes, his 3rd.
That was great weak side help from Elliott Lowndes defensively to cut off the drive.
Because if there's one thing they're not good at, Vincennes, and they're number 4 and they're 22-2, if it's one thing they're not good at is outside shooting.
Absolutely.
Outside, they're only at 45%, and that you think, well, that's pretty good, isn't it, Murph? From 3, they're 33%. Logan's a better 3-point shooting team than they are. At the free throw line, Julian Norris. Free throw is good.
Big free throw.
Isn't this getting interesting? Boy, these 2 teams always scratch and claw and bleed, don't they?
Look at the score of the first game they played this year, 87-80. We're at 61-58. First one to 65, maybe.
Yeah, next free throw, perfect by Norris. who has 18. It's 61-59, Vincennes by 2. Hold on, T. Ford, we're going down the stretch. He said he's listening to us up in Freeburg. There's a tip. Logan steals the ball. Look out. Yep, they got it. Tipped by 2. Here comes Logan down 61-59 with 1:08 to go.
Come on,
Logan
boys.
a chance to not pull off a huge upset here. Can they close the deal? Right side, it's Walker. Walker around a pick. Inside to Lowndes, and he threw it away. Nope, they're going to call a kick the ball on Bonzu. Give the ball back to Logan.
Boy, that give and go was right there. Lowndes turned around to cut, but the ball was kicked. And
the Vincennes coach is saying the Logan player kicked it, not the Vincennes player.
Mr. Official.
Mr. Official.
I don't know that I could disagree with him.
You think Logan kicked it?
I think Elliott.
Keep quiet. Pass comes into Jordan Elliott.
They don't
Off
listen.
to Hawkins. 17 on the shot clock. Jordan Logan being crowded. They go to Walker in the left corner. He's being crowded. Walker turns around the curl. Knocks it down to Elliott. His jumper got. Looky, looky, looky. 61-61 with 40 seconds to go. Now this place is electric. LeBron Thomas off on the left side to King. Back on the top to LeBron Thomas. The 1-3-1 zone bedeviling Vincennes. They can't shoot from outside. On the right side driving. Baseline. And the ball
Good
knocked
deep.
loose. Out of bounds. Logan's ball. Caden Hawkins over there on the far side pressuring
22 seconds showing on the clock. A tie ball game. Vols, do they run the entire clock?
No. Well, why not? Yeah, you're at home. 61 apiece.
Go for the win.
Shot clock turned off. 18 on the game clock. Looking at overtime unless Logan hits a bucket or Vincennes gets a steal.
10.
Walker outside, still dribbling right in front of us. Goes around a pick. Gives off to Lowndes. Inside jumper, in and out, but a foul on Vincennes. Lowndes went rolling down the right side of the lane. His shot rimmed out of the cup, but they called the foul on Michael Osei Bonzu. His first personal foul. Michael says, what? You wait with 3 seconds and call a foul on me? And Lowndes goes to the line. And now Coach Franklin calls a timeout to ice the shooter.
This is a good position for the Volunteers, but what a great setup. R.J. Walker gets the screen from Elliott Lowndes, and as soon as he comes around the screen, Lowndes takes off, cuts down toward the bucket to the block. I tell you what, Vincennes had no other choice but to foul Lowndes, put him at the stripe to maybe give the Vols the lead, and man, there's only 3 seconds left in this ballgame.
3.3. They're not going to get. I mean, if Lowndes hits both of these shots, then it's critical that Logan plays good defense on the inbounds because they'll try to get it up near the center line. But you see, understand what I've been saying is that when Logan shifted to the zone, Vincennes has no long shooting zone busters like a Julian Norris or a
R.J.
Walker. They just don't have that. They don't have those shooters. They've got more muscle, they're more power down in the lane. And when Logan went to the 1-3-1, Vincennes just been out there holding the ball. Nobody wants to shoot.
You're exactly right. That was a key defensive change for Tyler Smith-Peters to go to that zone, and it's worked. We got a tie ball game with 3.3 left here in the contest.
And how dramatic is it, how ironic is it that a guy who was on the national championship team last year and was in some very clutch moments is at the free throw line right now with a chance to knock off number 4 Vincennes at home with his team 500 on the year. Free throw, good. Rattled around and fell in. 9 points for Lowndes. Everybody cheering wildly here. 62-61 Logan. 3.3 seconds left. Lowndes' next free throw, here it comes. Elliott taking his time. The 7-footer dips and flips. Hello.
It's going to take a 3 to beat him with 3.3. A timeout on the floor. 2 big free throws from the big guy gives the Volunteers the 2-point lead.
And now a timeout called by Todd Franklin and Vincennes. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Chris has it.
Chewing on the ear of one official to our left. Second free throw rattles around and goes down.
1 point ball game, 65-64, 4 to play.
4 minutes left. Norris has it. Norris goes in the lane and a foul. Reaching in from behind was Ryan Oliver. That's his 4th. And is it just me, Dave, or does it seem that Vincennes is really kind of fidgety?
Yeah, they're reeling right now.
Yeah, they're really like walking on hot coils.
They're trained not to lose.
Right. And
that's how they're playing.
They're reaching around. That last foul by Oliver was very uncharacteristic. He reached around behind and reached in. So Logan's Julian Norris at the free throw line now for some big free throws. Free throw is good.
We'll take that.
Logan is up 66-64. Norris can put Logan up by 3 with this next free throw. The 7-footer Elliott Lowndes is fouled out of the game. Norris at the free throw line. Norris' free throw is good. Bounced around and fell in. Logan got a 3-point lead with 3:55 to go. And Vincennes has no clue as to how to score from the outside.
Ball still in the zone.
Yep. Logan staying in that zone. And there's a pull-up shot by Thomas in, and it stayed down.
Well, he found the soft spot, was able to get above the defender, gets that one to fall, pulls Vincennes to within 1.
Wasn't a very long shot. It was just off the elbow.
That's what's open in the zone is those mid-range.
And that's what Coach Franklin was telling him to get to those spots. Norris at the top, Logan leading by 1. 16 seconds on the shot clock, 3:25 on the overtime clock. Walker's going to go to the right, down the lane, fake, outside. Worrell going to drive and lose the ball. Picked up, lost. It's in the alley, diving, and Vincennes has it. No, Logan has it. And down in the corner, players are on the deck. They pile on top of each other. What is going on here?
The play clock reset as well. The Vols didn't get a shot off.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah, that's what Todd Franklin's saying, and he's exactly right. They said it was a shot, and they said it was a tie-up. They're going to give Logan the ball, and Franklin is screaming, and he's right, that the shot clock reset.
It's showing 27 seconds right now.
Yeah, it's got 27 now. It's not even working. Now it's working. It's down to 23. So Logan got a full 27 seconds on a shot clock that reset.
3 to play.
And Norris is going to go baseline, double team, throws it away. Vincennes has it, trailing by 1. Here comes Thomas trying to get down before the defense. And Caden Hawkins steals the ball.
Outlet.
And Norris has a layup at the other end.
Good defense by the Volunteers. And they're back up 3 here with 2:40 left.
Caden Hawkins got in the lane, tipped it away. Logan got a run out at the other end, 69-66. Vincennes with the ball, ranked number 4 in the country, down 3 in overtime. Driving inside, trying to get an opening is King. He can't. They throw it on the left side. And was that a travel or a foul? What was it?
Foul underneath on Worrell.
On Alfred Worrell. What was he doing down there? He was away. The ball was way out on the other side.
Well, it's putting Dixon at the line.
And Dixon at the free throw line is not the worst.
Maybe not a bad. Maybe not a bad foul.
56% here, shooting 2. Hasn't been the line yet today. Free throw is good. Ooh. Dixon says, I'll show you 56%. 2-point lead for Logan, 69-67. 2:23 left in overtime. Logan and Vincennes.
Boy, this has been a good ball game.
Dixon's next free throw is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Walker. Logan with a 2-point lead in the ball. 2:19 to go. Over the timeline comes Walker. Walker right in front of us, dribbling the ball. Shot clock down to 18. Overtime clock at 2:08. Walker trying to move away to get a shot. Goes it to Hawkins. He shoots a bomb. 3 ball good.
That was an awesome shot from Hawkins out on that left wing. Pushes the lead to 5, just under 2 to play.
You know how good that felt after he was
absolutely
marked at for that tip at the end of the regulation. And outside, they're trying to get loose. And they throw it down low, and Bonsu scored after taking an extra step, and Bonsu got the bucket. He's got 22, and the Logan crowd and bench exploded that there should have been a walk call. He was knocked off his pins, and they took a little step sideways, and they're still making the signal walk call. and the officials are saying no.
Worrell with a cut on his face. Man, this has been a battle.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little bloody and beaten down there.
Yeah. A minute 40 left in overtime. Our good buddy Mike Reese has been over there, anchored in his seat since the very beginning. He hasn't left.
Where's he at?
Right there. Third row.
Well, I'll be darned.
Yep. He's been sitting there.
Quietly?
All day. Not quietly, but he's been sitting there all day. He talked all through the halftime. Just to say that he's getting his coat.
Yep.
He might be heading out or getting ready to head out. Don't leave yet, Michael. He was talking all halftime to Shane Hawkins. They were having a conversation.
That's two talkers right there.
The former Saluki sharpshooter, Shane Hawkins. And Mike Reese called all of Hawkins' games with SIU.
There he is.
72-69. Logan with a minute 40 to go. When Reese puts on his coat and heads to the exit, I will take that as an omen, like a Red Arbok cigar, that the game is put in the bank. He's not moving yet. 72-69. Worrell inbounds to Norris. Norris comes up, 27 on the shot clock, a minute 35 on the game clock in overtime. Top of the key. Jordan Logan has it. Logan hands off to Norris. Logan running clock. Norris going to go inside and try to throw it out, and Vincennes steals the ball.
That's two times that Norris has got trapped in the air like that with no place to go.
Thomas quickly down the top of the key, looking for somebody to throw to. They cross on the bottom, and now Thomas still dribbling, being bothered by Jordan Logan out on top of the big arms. Thomas trying to go inside, throws it up, no, tip it up, good. Logan didn't have anybody there to rebound. Logan has a 1-point lead. We're under a minute. 26 seconds. They give it to Walker. Walker looks at the official, dribbling right near the timeline, right in front of us. Being guarded closely by Chris King. Walker goes on the right side, around a pick. Walker goes in the lane, throws one up. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by Kid King. Vincennes has it. 35 seconds left. Logan by 1. A pressure cooker now. LeBron Thomas dribbling on the left side. The big long arms of Jordan Logan trying to keep him out there. And
still
Logan
buying the balls too.
And Logan pushing him out, keeping him outside. Vincennes wants to get inside. Shot clock down to 9. 16-6 on the overtime clock. They throw it out on the top, and there's a long shot. No good. Tip knocked off. Worrell has it underneath Logan, and Worrell is fouled with 6.9 seconds left.
O.C. Bonsu is forced to foul him. And Worrell with a chance to go to the line to shoot 2.
Tell me Worrell's free throw percentage, how good it is.
You're going to make me put my glasses on.
It's all right.
He shoots
about 86%.
Yeah, better than 50-50.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd take 86% at the line, wouldn't you?
Well, that was a big rebound.
Oh, it was.
Big rebound, big stop.
Again, Vincennes' weakness, they don't have outside shooters.
Exactly.
They're huge, they're strong, they're physical, but when you need that guy to stroke that J out there, they don't have anybody. Logan has had him. Worrell's free throw, no good, he missed it.
Come on, Al.
He was 2 of 2 before that. Logan only has a 1-point lead. 6.9 seconds left, almost 7 seconds. That's a lot of time when you consider how that regulation ended. Worrell's free throw is no good. He missed it. Bonsu the rebound. Off to LeBron Thomas. Over the timeline. LeBron spinning. Inside. Steps through. Throws it up. No. Tipped up Bonsu. No. Tip up. No. They wave the basketball.
They say no bucket. Balls win the ball game.
And the game is over. This time it's done. This time it's done. They throw the ball and say we're through. And the officials take off. And Logan wins it 72-71. No horn on that one either.
No horn. Todd Franklin.
But the officials said that's it.
They were watching it. They knew that they didn't have the horn. But I tell you what, give credit to Vincennes. Took it into the paint. 2 opportunities there just before the no buzzer.
And then Dixon had the easy tip in that would have gone in and won the game for him. But the officials were already waving it off, said it's all over. And the Volunteers.
The 3rd loss of the season by Vincennes. How about that?
Volunteers go to 1 game over 500. The Volunteers win the game. And Logan beats the number 4 ranked Vincennes Trailblazers. And everybody cheering as the Vols go off the floor. The magic ring did it, Marcus says. I don't have the the heart to tell him it's not mine. I borrowed it from Tyler when I came in today. But the final, 72-71, Logan wins the game in a thriller in overtime over Vincennes. The number 4 team in the nation goes down. Vincennes is 22-3. And Logan, the defending champ, still has a little bike in their bark.
Just an outstanding effort by this team. Up and down a shortened lineup for Tyler Smith-Peters. They're missing 3 players here this afternoon.
Key, I think.
It's huge, and it all started with the defense. Finally, the offense got a little bit of something going. They didn't get clicking like we've seen them do from time to time this season, but they got what they needed, and they got the stops when they needed, most importantly here late in regulation and in the overtime period.
And I was wondering at one point, the officials were looking at us. They came over after they made the decision to go into overtime and count that basket to end regulation. But I thought for a minute they might come over and ask to see the monitor here, because we do have a monitor here and we could run it back. But does it show the clock? Does it show? I mean, I think John LeBlanc has got an angle that would show everything. But one of the things they did ask were the lights around the backboard that usually go off when the horn goes off. And the horn didn't sound for the end of the women's game. It didn't sound for the end of the men's game. It didn't sound at the end of overtime. But the officials said, that's it. We've seen enough. We don't want to be put in this situation again. Game over. Threw the ball from half court and went dashing off the court, and Logan has a 72-71 victory over Vincennes. We'll take a deep breath and wipe our brow, take a couple of heart tablets, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
In Carbondale at Chris Offerberg Buick GMC. Chris has more savings and Chris has more selection. Like a new Buick Envision for only $199 a month. And a new 2024 GMC Terrain is only $199 a month. Or upgrade and think not just any truck, the GMC Sierra. Chris has it for only $39,999. Or choose 0.9% and no payments for 90 days. At Chris Offenberg Buick GMC in Carbondale.
Advantage Offenberg.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
John A. Logan has just pulled out a 72-71 overtime victory. The game was tied at the end of regulation when Vincennes made a basket. No horn went off. The officials had
Here's the look.
Okay.
We're getting a look at the end of regulation. 3.3 seconds left on the clock.
All right.
They have the length of the floor to go.
There's the long pass.
Baseball pass to the other end.
All right, watch the time down there. 2.8. 2 points and 1.1, 0.7, 0.
I think it would have counted.
I think it would have counted.
I think they got it right.
It would have counted. Yeah, the officials did get it right.
They get the shot off.
We did get it right. Tyler Smith-Peters is going to come in here and scoot in and talk to us. We're going to hook his microphone up so he can talk with us. And first off, congratulations on the biggest win of the year.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And we're shorthanded at that.
That's what Dave kept saying, and you were shorthanded in the bigs.
Yeah.
Your bigs were shorthanded, and that's where they excel. And what I kept saying, and let me tell you first off, because Dave and I both thought this was genius, to go to that 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah.
Because Vincennes, they will kill you inside, but they don't have the pure shooters outside.
Yeah.
And so they were looking for, where do we go? Todd Franklin was telling them, get into the open spots into that zone, but only one time did they do that. And you guys were able to stop him on the defense. I think Dave counted 6 straight defensive stops. You didn't score every time. But you had a great switching to that 1-3-1 zone was fantastic.
Yeah, and our guys did a great job. As our key for tonight was, as we call it, don't break. No matter what kind of calls are made, no matter if the buzzer goes off or not. And our guys did an unbelievable job of just staying in the moment and getting it done. I mean, as we were very undersized today, but credit to all of our guys, especially Jordan, who probably played about 25 straight minutes there.
Jordan Logan,
and he played as hard as he could. And that goes for all of our guys. When we needed to get stops, we got stops, and when we needed to score, we score. And that's a great team. Like I said, we were shorthanded, but our guys stepped up and they didn't break.
Well, this was a kind of a game, Coach, where your guys could have decided early whether they were going to try and hang with this Vincennes team. They're down 7 early in the game. You're missing 3 of your guys that aren't even available today, but they turned it around. They started playing some defense, and that defense, you got the stops when you needed them. Tightened up, making, like Murph said, making the switch, going to that zone. But finally, there at the very end, the offense was able to kind of get a little bit of something going and claw their way back in. They were down 15, what was it, with 8 minutes left?
Yeah.
And you fight your way back.
Yeah, and shoot, if it was even last week, we would have quit. But no, this is a credit to our guys because, like I said, we haven't been able to go live all week just because we've had 8 to 9 guys, and that's I told them we got our pad out and push them around, all that, and our biggest thing is we can't break no matter what the score is, no matter what call's made, no matter if you're not shooting it well or not. And our guys did a heck of a job of just being able to stay with each other, keep talking, and like I said, we call it our 13. It did a really good job of just communicating in a zone. That's what you have to do.
I think the happiest guy was Caden Hawkins because on that long throw, and Elliott went up and knocked the ball loose, and then Caden came swooping in and batted it. And I know what he was trying to do, just get it away, but it went straight up by the basket, and they had, that led eventually to them getting, and we just watched the replay a few minutes ago, and the shot at the end of regulation was good. According to our clock, it went in with 0.2 of a second left. So that was a call, even though the horn didn't go off, and then that was a big confusion. And then we got into overtime, and we were talking about, well, what happens now at the end of overtime if it's close like this? It ended the same way. When they went up to put a stick back in, but the officials were already wiping it off, saying it's over, it's done, because they were watching the shot clock up there. But what a big shot by Hawkins! Big blocks by Elliott. You can go all through the lineup here, and the guys that played, R.J. Walker hit, tremendous long-range shots, which is the one thing Vincennes doesn't have is long-range shooters.
Yeah, no, and I think that's their biggest thing right now. They were shooting it well early on and just kind of cooled off in the last few games. And we worked on it this morning and even right before a game of just our 13 defense just in case we need to go there. And I'll be honest, I'm not comfortable playing a zone just because I'm not familiar with it. It's probably as much as I should be. But like I said, a credit to our guys and a credit to Hawk. And it's a learning lesson for him. If you can just go grab the ball and make him foul you, just do it. But the good thing is, like I said, he didn't break. He comes back and hits a huge three in the overtime. And but that's him.
And I said, how fitting was it that Lowndes, the guy that was on the championship team last year with 2 pressure free throws, and we're watching here make a pretzel-like shot on the baseline, but Lowndes stepped up the free throw line and hit both of those free shots. And I said, how ironic is that? The guy with the most experience gets to lead the way, but it still wasn't over then. And it was just a tremendous game. These people were entertained tremendously, and you can see why Vincennes is 22-2. They don't give up either.
No, they're a very tough and disciplined team, and that's what we said coming in is, hey, with a team like this, they're just going to try and break us in any way, if it's mentally, physically, and just keep going, and we have to do it. And I told them whether it's for 40 minutes or 45 minutes before the game, we need to be the tougher team, and we did that today.
I think what I like about this
worked.
It worked.
You're going to be wearing it every time.
I think what I appreciate more coming out of this game is you just not only did you just knock off the number 4 team in the country, but you knocked off this division opponent. Looking at the region 20 or region opponent, and you're going to have to face them again. And the seedings wise, and we still got to make a trip coming up Wednesday to Olney.
Yeah, we got
there's a couple tough ball games.
Yeah, no, we have a very tough week ahead of us, but as we told our guys, enjoy it today. When we're back to practice on Monday, we're back to work. Because Olney's not going to be a tough task either. Because I'm pretty sure Olney beat Vincennes at Olney. So it's another game where we have to come, and it doesn't matter. As I told them, I don't care if we have 7 guys, 8 guys, 9 guys. We got enough guys to win, and that's all that matters.
Will the injured players, or some of them close to being back?
It's Isaac's day-to-day. Cam, probably not next week. We'll see. Jace is kind of just day-to-day, and Elliott had the flu the last 2 days, so we really didn't know if he was going to be able to.
Well, tuck Jordan Logan into bed tonight. Make sure he gets home at a decent hour, because he was phenomenal in that zone with those long arms and making them. I mean, they really couldn't even make a good pass without it being tipped.
Yeah, no, and that's what we tell him. If when he's locked in, he's a really good basketball player, and today he showed that, especially against a very tough Vincennes team.
Logan gets their biggest win of the year. They beat number 4 Vincennes, who goes to 22-3. Logan beats them on their court, 72-71 in overtime. Tyler, thank you very much. Thanks for letting me wear that ring today.
Hey, got to do it every game.
Yeah, and
got to bring it with you the next game too.
Volunteers.
Somebody's got to wear it.
Volunteer. Yeah, Marcus really thought that was mine. He kept saying that's what did it. But the Volunteers get a huge win at home over Vincennes in overtime, 72-71. Coach, thank you, and enjoy this one for a while.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That is the Logan coach. As we will wrap things up here, tell you the scoring. Logan was led by Julian Norris with 24 points. Jalen Fairman had 8. R.J. Walker had 12. Caden Hawkins had 9, including that last dagger of a 3. Elliott Lowndes had 10. Adam Morrell had 4. Julian Norris 24. Jordan Logan had 5. In the ball game for Vincennes, LeBron Thomas, their outstanding guard, had 26, and Michael Osei-Bonsu had 22 in the ball game. They did have Ryan Oliver in double figures with 10, but Logan stops Vincennes' 5-game win streak. Logan wins it in overtime, and Logan is 13-12 now on the year, heading to Olney on Wednesday night. Final, 72-71. Logan beats Vincennes. Dave? Maybe we should pair it more often. This was a lot of fun.
That was an outstanding game. 4 games left in the regular season.
That's
a tough road game coming up on Saturday at Olney, then at Lakeland. This could be just like a total momentum changer for this Vols team as they go down the stretch.
That's Dave McKenzie. I'm Mike Murphy. Thanks, Eric Joins, back at the studios for all of his hard work today. And we will wrap this up. Logan wins it in overtime.